What's going on, guys? We are live. So Xbox fans, PlayStation fans, just gaming fans in general, we have a showcase for Xbox, and it's no secret that I'm Team Xbox. I'm not even going to sit here and cap in front of you or nothing like that, especially if you're new to the channel and you don't know. I am Team Xbox, but I'm also pro gamer and I love PlayStation stuff. I love PlayStation games, so no bias here at all. So if we got any Sony fanboys that want to get mad, stuff like that, we quickly just shut that down at all. We don't care about that one. If it wasn't for all the exclusivities, I would love for every game to be on any console and PC. So just putting that out there right now. But we do have Xbox's showcase, and apparently it's supposed to be 100 games. So yeah. Even though someone's supposed to be ending, I think we're supposed to have some big games going to be showcased. We do have 13, almost 14 minutes until the show does start. So again, I will be muting the music and all that stuff while this is being shown. I don't even know if anything's going to get copyrighted. I'm going to assume out of 100 games, possibly 1 or 2 might get copyrighted. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. Again, shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in here. Again, it's something that we don't normally do. That's, not Dokkan Battle. This is another thing on the channel that we've been doing. So appreciate each and every last one of you guys coming out, hanging out for stuff that doesn't have to do with Dokkan Battle at all. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to show up. So appreciate that 100%. But yeah, hopefully, we don't know how long this show is. I don't know if it's going to be like an hour or 2. We don't know, but we'll be here checking everything out. And while we're, pretty much doing a lot of things, I'm gonna do a couple things myself, just to make sure everything's kind of being done here, because I know YouTube don't like to give out notifications for everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably do a couple things while we're still waiting. So again, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, man, subscribe, turn on notifications. All right, let me pop a couple things off. Just woke up. Yo, what's good, my guy? And you thought you was alone? Nah, man. Nah. Even if we only had like 10 people pop in, I'd still watch it, because I want to watch it. So let me copy that, and let me go back to my channel for a second and post it in the community. By the way, if you're already in here, stuff like that, go to the community, hit the slap a like on the community post, share it out as well too. All right. Let me do that. Let me copy this and then post that. Great. And now let me pop over here to Twitter and post it as well. What is going on? We're gonna be checking out some games from Xbox here in about 11 minutes. Yeah, I did live early. That's when this is supposed to come out. So we're gonna do this live. 100 games. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 100 games that they're gonna be showing. A lot of them are gonna be like third-party titles, and there's supposed to be a couple like big games to be released. Again, when it comes to the third-party title stuff, the one thing that's really funny about this that I'm gonna need a lot of people to kind of like understand is that Outriders, if you've seen Outriders and you like Outriders and stuff like that, that's actually an indie game. So yeah, we got some fire. Hopefully it's gonna be popping off, chat. So again, if you're coming in, you're watching, hit the like button, share the stream out. Let's get more people in here, Xbox or PlayStation fans, it don't matter. Let's get them in here. Fall Guys, I'm pretty sure Fall Guys was indie too, wasn't it? And then it blew the hell up. So, and also a lot of these games are supposed to be coming in Game Pass as well. Like, actually, if I'm not mistaken, majority of all these games should be coming in Game Pass. So that's an even bigger dub if you have Game Pass. And if you're like, I would say if you're a PlayStation player right now, I'm gonna give you some words of encouragement. If you're a PlayStation player and you're trying to get like, if you're trying to get to the Xbox scene, I wouldn't worry about getting an Xbox Series S or X right now, especially seeing as you can't really find them anymore because everyone went and got their stimmies and blew it all on Xbox products. Let's be real here, and PlayStation products as well. I would say to at least if you could find an Xbox One, get an Xbox One or an Xbox One S. If you can find one of those, get that because they should be capable of. I'm pretty sure Xbox One S should be capable of playing 4K. So I would get that, especially if you have a 4K TV, because you probably don't have a 4K 120 frames per second sort of TV, because even I don't. So I would say probably get one of those consoles and then get Game Pass, because Game Pass the first time you get it will be $1 for new customers for the month. And then after that, I'd probably buy like 3 months or whatever, and get into Game Pass that way. And then once Series S or X becomes available, you know, to more of the market, then I'd get one of the next gen consoles. But that's probably going to be like later this year or something like that. So that way you can still dip your foot in and play a lot of the games, and you know, not have to like spend $500-$600 or even more currently right now from scalpers trying to get a next gen console. So that's my personal opinion for PlayStation players that's trying to get into the Xbox scene. So if you can find one at GameStop, you can find one online, on eBay, whatever, like, you know, or go to your local pawn shop or something like that, because you'll probably be able to find one in the pawn shop, maybe like $150 or so. Because as a matter of fact, I think I seen one in the pawn shop like not that long ago. It's been a while, but since I've been to a pawn shop, but it was like there was one there for like 150. Actually, it was 2. So yeah, I would do something along the lines of that one. Game Pass is big worth. Yeah. You got your Series X and you get the emulation. Your boy. Oh, I got you. Do I play Assassin's Creed Origin? I haven't played that one. If I was gonna play it, probably would have been on the PC. But right now, might be on honestly Xbox. But I'm gonna go turn this fan this way because it's already getting hot. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The show starts in 7 minutes. So if you're coming in right now, destroy the like button, man. What you doing? All right. So I had to turn that way. Origins is dope. Well, yeah, like I said, if you got a next gen console, whether it be a PlayStation or an Xbox, let me know, chat. Let me know what you got. Like, I want to know, because I want to know how many people out of the 31 people in here watching currently right now, I want to know how many of y'all actually got a new gen system. Yo, what's good, my guy? All right, we got 6 minutes. Before everything shows up, I don't know if they're going to start out automatically with just immediate games being shown. If they're going to, Phil's going to come in and talk for a second, or some other studio's going to come in and talk, and then just immediately go straight to games. I don't know, but hopefully it's something around there. Xbox and PC, but you use your PC more. Yeah, I use my right now. I use my Xbox more. You waiting to get the new system unit? They fix the current bugs. What current bugs? I don't think, as far as I've seen on Xbox, that much. I don't think I've had any current bugs at all. It's more of like if I'm playing a game. Like, first of all, I just want to go ahead and say, 2K21 is absolutely garbage on next gen, and I kind of wish I hadn't got that Kobe Bryant edition, but it is actually garbage. The fact that 2K21 last gen is in Game Pass and you can play it for free already So yeah, kind of wish I hadn't spent the money for that one. Really wish I hadn't spent the money for that one. You got that PS5 with 3 controllers. Nice. PS5 has a lot of bugs this late. Oh, does it? See, I can't speak for the PlayStation. I just know for the Xbox, I haven't ran into any bugs. They're always updating everything on the PlayStation, on the Xbox Series S and X. Like every time I get on there, just about there's always an update. The FPS boost in Game Pass is nutty. Fallout 76 went from like me struggling to get 30 frames to me getting 60 frames solid, 100% playing. So yeah, and I can't even imagine what the Xbox Series X looks like, and it looks incredibly good on the S. So I couldn't even I don't know how to do. 2K21 has RTX on the ball. That's about it. What's the bugs? You see bugs in Cold War, but that if it's in game, that has nothing to do with Xbox or PlayStation. By the way, if it's in game and it's not like your console is bugging, it's only the games. So you could probably mitigate some of those and just say, all right, it's just a game, because that's how I look at it. Anytime like a game crashes or something like that, 2K, by the way, 2K21 is what I'm looking at the most here. I'm always like, yeah, it's just that game. You know, they haven't optimized it at best, so it's fine. Haven't seen any bugs playing Cold War. Don't own Cold War. Cold War was trash, so I didn't own it. I didn't even buy it. Currently Xbox One S is on eBay for 4 stacks. You're kidding. Go to GameStop. Go to GameStop or something like that. If they're selling an Xbox One S for $400 on eBay, they're just trying to inflate the price. They're pretty much scalping because they know a lot of PlayStation players want an Xbox right now. And I'm not saying all PlayStation players. I'm just saying the ones that want both systems to get the best value on both do. So that's not like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be saying like all PlayStation players are, you know, toxic or nothing like that, because I know not to lump the whole community in with just a couple of idiots that are still back in early 2000s or mid 2000s, look, console war type stuff. It's only those idiots are stuck in the past. But when it comes to PlayStation players want an Xbox, it's facts. Like, even I'm an Xbox player and I still want a PlayStation for some of the games. So it ain't no cap here. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop this music now. We're down to 1 minute and 32 seconds. I don't think I want to play the music that IGN has right now because of usually their stuff is copyrighted and stuff, so I'm not even gonna play that. You want to get an Xbox only because Fallout, Skyrim might be. Oh no, Fallout and Skyrim's definitely going to be exclusive. That's facts. Walmart's doing it for 800. Yeah, see, then they're capping right now. Go to a pawn shop. Go to a pawn shop and you'll be able to get one for probably like $200, if that. Like they're capping. See, that's the whole thing about the whole marketplace, is because they're trying to compete with all the scalpers that are selling those that price, knowing that no one's really buying. No one's going to buy an old Xbox One, even if it is an S or an X, even though they don't make the X or nothing like that anymore. No one's going to do that at all. That's just too silly. You got your Xbox One S for 300. So yeah, when it was actually that price, but yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do have people who sell individually, and that's probably what it is. You're probably looking at a scalper trying to buy that much. Because when I was trying to get an Xbox Series X, I would see Xboxes going up for like $1,000, and I'm like, there's no damn way Walmart's like literally endorsing this, and then I see it's an individual person that you can buy it from, and I was like, all right, it's a scalper. So, all right. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this up a little bit.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome on into the ID at Xbox Showcase right here on Twitch.
Chat, let me know. Is that too loud for you all?
I'm one of your co-hosts today, Story Mode Bay, and I have the honor of being joined by the incredible Trisha Hirschberger. Trisha, how are you feeling today?
Damn, I gotta turn this up.
No. Story Mode Bay.
No.
Miss Six, no, it's just started. It's just started.
Today.
Right? I'm doing good. I'm really excited. I mean, Brianna and I today are going to walk you through so many exciting things.
There we go.
Unveil new games. We're going to talk about indie games. I love my indie games. So on today's show, we're going to be
it's low for you.
And celebrating indie Xbox games, right? And we'll have so many talented devs joining us.
All right, that better.
To talk about their
I pretty much got it more over half
but not limited to,
on OBS, so that's why I'm like making sure everything's good.
And 12 minutes.
Yeah, everything's good here.
Each of our developer guests will sit down for a conversation with some of our favorite
there.
gamers and
All right, because I know when games start
like
playing with music, it's gonna get loud. Like it's gonna get loud.
Do Not Age and Technique and Blind Gamer Steve. So many fun folks. We'll also have special interviews with Chris
I'm good.
from ID at Xbox. And throughout the day,
all right, chat, let's get. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, you'd like to see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me get a like spike. We got 42 people in here and only 18 likes. Let's get the likes up, man.
Gwen Foster and Trina.
Are they going to bring back the bootleg indie games like Call of Avatar? I think they're going to bring back a lot of indie games, but they're supposed to be new. A lot, obviously, optimized for Series X and S indie games. And also, they're supposed to have a couple of big AAA games revealed. I think they said something about Stalkers 2 and stuff. So I'm very interested.
And David Fenn from
and everything.
We'll talk about Death's Door. We have a packed lineup for you today, so it is going to be awesome. And as I mentioned, we will have that special interview.
Exclusive new game trailers. Damn it, you guys can't see that in the bottom.
Yes.
But it has
I am so excited about this. Now, before we do get started with our show, I do want to remind everyone at home, please sound off in the chat. We want to know what you guys think. I mean, I already see the chat moving and shaking as it is. I am super excited about this.
Her camera's very blurry.
I want to remind everyone
throughout
throughout today's ID at Xbox at Twitchgaming Indie Game Showcase, we will be airing exclusive new game trailers for the very first time. Some will feature gameplay updates to highly anticipated indie titles.
It's
Others
out of
will
focus.
be brand new, never before seen game trailers. But that's not all we have. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the show and share your reactions in the Twitch chat. So everyone, let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we're dropping some new gameplay trailers. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Twisted Red. Oh, this is that one mech free-to-play game. They showed this at Xbox's conference last year. I think this is, I can't remember if this is only for Series X and S. I can't remember, but I know it's free in Game Pass. It's like a battle royale. Not a battle royale, but a huge multi-scaled, like how Battlefield would be, like 32v32 type stuff. I think it's supposed to be something like that. That's what I'm saying, like, ugh. That looks horrible. Nah, man. Yeah, the way he kicked him was gonna be mean. That's why you can tell some of the free-to-play stuff aspects in it. So I guess you got kill streaks and mechs and everything? I don't know. It looks like it has potential to be a good little like pickup shooter every now and then. It better not have skill-based matchmaking, I know that. Because if it has skill-based matchmaking, it's a rip right off the bat. That knife though, yeah, it looks fun. Like, the thing is like, I'm not trying to take this incredibly serious on this. Okay, you got finishing moves. Dragon. Okay. That's not... Silver Surfer flying through, right?
To all indents entering cluster 13, behave, or I'll have you recycled.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these indie games, they showed off from Xbox, actually. And they don't look bad. I feel like the indie game is going to be a lot different than what we all remember. You play that Exomech? Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a try. That's for sure. I hope we get that Titanfall 2 wall running. I don't know. It might. It looks very arcadey. Man, that is... Oh, it looks like it's 4-player co-op. That's kind of cool. Yo, that's kind of cool. Okay. Try to play mostly, yeah. Another XCOM game. XCOM games are, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they turn-based? That wasn't turn-based. Gotta support the, right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of the indies pop up and get real good. This doesn't look bad. Especially if all these are coming in like Game Pass and stuff. This doesn't look bad. Did they show Forza 8? They showed Forza 8 on their other one. I don't think they're going to show like a lot of the big AAA ones that they've already showed. I think this is more supposed to be focused on a lot of the like really big indie games that's in development from all their studios that they've acquired. Windows, Game Pass. Like, I need to start checking that out because I think they might all have Game Pass at the bottom of them. Humble Games. I feel like this would be up some people's alley. It's not really up my alley. Yeah, this definitely looks like the adventure type game. You maybe doing some puzzles and stuff, backtracking things. Sorry. Yeah, it's like some of them I wouldn't play. Like this one, I probably wouldn't play at all. Looks like Anime Crossing, sort of. I think Anime Crossing is more 3D, though, isn't it? Wild at Heart. Yeah, I remember. That was one of the things that's supposed to be shown. I like that they're just going straight into other games, so I do like that. Yeah, I would don't expect Halo and Forza or like that. There's only supposed to be like Stalkers 2 and a couple other games. Possibly, but I don't think anything on the magnitude of that. I think they're saving that until this summer show. So I would lower expectations a lot. What's this like? Almost like a train simulator? No, it's got gameplay in it. That looks different. That's not what I thought that was going to be. Been waiting for Forza. They gonna show Forza. I mean, it's already been announced. They just ain't show no gameplay of it and stuff like that. Yeah, they only had to see like the, I won't say CGI, but yeah, they did have CGI trailers and stuff. By the way, if that's too loud, chat, let me know. Void train.
All right,
looks
Void
like she
Train.
fixed her.
I see what you're doing there. Void
she
Train
fixed
looks
her
really
stuff.
cool. That last one that we just saw, I was getting like
Yes.
a Outer Wilds meets Abduction kind of.
They fixed her
vibe from
camera.
that. Brianna, were
Yes.
there
You
any
could tell.
of those trailers that particularly jumped out at you?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of looking at, I think it was called Wild at Heart. It almost reminded me of Don't Starve a little bit. It looks like you're trapped in the forest, maybe with a friend. I'm very excited. I mean, Xbox came
She
out
got
of
those,
the gate swinging with the showcase.
what are those lights?
I am
Those
beyond
it's not the
excited
hexagon.
to
I think
see
it's with
what's
the
next
with the
up.
hexagon lights.
Oh yeah,
in the back, those RGB
the first one that they showed, that Exo
hexagon
Mecha,
lights up here.
game, I saw some people in
Behind
chat
her.
were like, "Is this
Those
like
are fire.
Mech Battle Titan?"
I need to get some, but I know they're
I
expensive.
mean, the cool news is that a lot of these trailers that we just saw, if not all of them, I might be mistaken on this.
No,
but,
that's not it. That's
a lot
not
of
it.
them said coming 2021, so those are games we can expect this year.
Like, I didn't know they were
going
gonna
to fan of indie games. I'm a
be
big fan
talking
of the
through it a
ID
lot,
Xbox
and
program,
her-
which we'll get into
her stuff's
a
messed
little
up
bit
again.
later about how the specifics of the program work. But bringing all these indie games to light is what it's all about. So Omni, we got to see a trailer for, and I've gotten to play a very early build of that, and it is so adorable. So we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and a lot of fun
you
stuff here
remember-
that we've seen already. It's been awesome. Brianna, do you play a lot of indie games on your Twitch channel?
I do. I
Yeah, the
kind of
RGB,
switch off.
yeah.
I mean, my favorite thing about indie games, honestly, is the art style. I am such a sucker for not only good graphics, but just visually
copyright
appeasing
claim.
games. And I feel like with indie games,
Really?
you get so much of that. And also, by the way, I do want to remind the Twitch chat at home, please sound off.
If it
What
doesn't
game did
support
you see from
RTX
that last
3090,
trailer
I don't want
are you
it.
excited about? I would
That's
love
funny.
to hear it, and you never know, your comment could end up right here
That's
on the
funny.
big screen.
Yes, I see
Oh,
Burnt Toast TJ or Burnt Toast J in
That's
chat
funny.
says, so great to see such wonderful
Says
support for
RTX
indies. Yes,
3090,
100%, yes.
I don't want it.
So yeah, that was Exomecho.
I'm pretty sure all those games
will
will work on the 3090.
And Void Train there at the end. Really,
For sure.
Cool.
Oh yes, I am excited.
Oh,
Oh, I
yes,
love
let's
that
look
we're
at it
able
now.
to
Okay,
see
so
this
here
again.
was Exomecha, I believe is what this one was called again. And this is the one that some people were comparing to Titanfall. I don't know, my first thought when I saw those mechs, I saw kind of the circular light design in the center of their chest, and I was like, Pacific Rim?
Oh,
Now,
Pacific.
not
I
all
wasn't
of
even
them
thinking.
have
The
that,
first
but
time I
this is
seen it, I thought it
reminding
was.
me of every great mech battle.
I thought it looked like
I
Transformers.
know, and look at that. We have underwater. I think I saw a grapple hook. There's
oh.
grapple hook mechanic.
All right, I
in
can tell
this.
you one thing
Is this
that
the
I'm
type
gonna
of
have to
game you
do as
think
soon
you
as
could
I.
see
Damn,
yourself
do you see the way
jumping
they
into?
flew when he hit him?
See, I'm a little funny when I play games. I'm not a
the
huge
one thing I'm gonna have to
fan
change
of first-person shooter type games.
is
However, the graphics
the motion
are
blur.
very, very
That motion
nice.
blur
I mean, and it looks
is
like it's action-packed.
nutty.
There's so much going on. Like you said, you're able to go underwater.
I'm
it looks
definitely
like you
gonna
were
have
shooting
to,
out a helicopter in the last clip that we saw.
change that. Like, I'm gonna have to
pretty
take that
good.
off.
I
Like,
might
even
have
on
to give it a
2K
try.
next gen, I take motion blur
I love
off
the
in
folks
pretty much
in
most
chat right
games.
now that are so
It just
hyped
hurts
for
your
the
frame
Among Us
rate.
segments coming up that they're just saying this
Of
trailer
course.
I
looks sus.
100%
This trailer
taking
looks
motion
so
blur off.
sus. I get it. But yeah, that was just one of the.
Like,
so that
now-
was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trailers already shown, and like we said, we've got a packed show for you today. So lots and lots of trailers coming up. But I thought Exomecha.
You always turn motion blur off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have to
that
all the time. Yeah, that
Cyberpunk
kick is gonna get
one,
me
I
every
think it was
time
called
that I
Ascent.
see
I
it.
think the Twitter handle
Oh,
was
It's
that's
really gonna
right.
get me every time now.
That Cyberpunk one
Now that you
felt
pointed
very,
that kick out, bruh, he
Shadowrun
all stiff and shit.
to
Look,
me in a good way. And I mean, I don't know about you, but
Nah,
I played through
bruh.
Cyberpunk 2077, and it didn't
You
quite
like your
scratch
motion
the
blur
Cyberpunk
at
itch
max?
in the way that I was hoping for. So
What?
maybe this game.
bruh,
totally
what?
could.
You keep on
Maybe,
your
maybe.
PC
Okay.
gonna blow up.
Fair
and
enough.
Omni just looks stunningly beautiful. Is Omni more the type of game you would traditionally stream?
Yeah, I would kind of look more towards Omni. Like I was saying before, Wild of Heart is definitely something that captivated me and caught my eye as soon as I saw it. So I am very excited. And I like that you said that about that cyberpunk feel because, you know, some people are kind of looking for something in that genre if cyberpunk didn't exactly do it for them. So I'm excited about these.
Yeah,
are we going to the next ones?
Mundane in chat says, Mundane Salad says Shadowrun is greater than Cyberpunk. You know what? You said it, not me. But I don't entirely disagree with you. Very
Boy Train was interesting.
Take on there today.
Was it though?
So, folks, like I said, that was just a snippet of some of the fun that we have for you today. But let's bring in our first guest. So, our first guest on today's show is the Senior Director of the ID at Xbox program, which has been helping independent developers self-publish their games on Microsoft's Xbox consoles for the last 7 years. And if you're wondering what types of games ID at Xbox are working on right now that will be coming soon to a console near you, well, here's a sneak peek.
Cyberpunk's still better. Didn't Cyberpunk get a new update too? You just running through a couple. Oh no, is this like a run game? Like a side scroller? And then this one is... Alright, so it looks like they're going to do a couple of games like this really quick, which is understandable. I really want them to take so much time doing full trailers of all these. So I'm cool with them getting a lot of them out like that. A lot of time, right? I would think that with over 100 games being shown or so, I would think you'd be talking that much, you know? Like, hey, we're still here. Get back to the gaming. I feel like some of those games that look like ones that you play with like a friend, or like bragging rights, like 1v1 type stuff. What is that? Oh, I seen Echo something. That one looked kind of interesting. I don't know what this looked like. Now this one looked like Animal Farm. Or no, it's Animal Crossing? Yeah. Mad Streets? Streets of Rage? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so the Rift Breaker. Oh my god! Jesus, I couldn't imagine playing that on PC. Is this a VR game? Super Space Club. That reminds me of another game. What is this? Lake? I'm sorry, are you a post office worker just delivering mail? The lag that would have, I know, that's what I'm saying. It looked like it would just be absolutely horrendous with all that going on. I'd be scared of crashing. Reminds me of Pokemon. Oh, another card game? Yeah. I don't know how many of these they've actually shown, but Dark Alliance. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons game. Oh, that's that one. I remember that. All right. Out of that, that was probably like
Chris,
4 games that look
interesting.
interesting.
Thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling today?
Good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. Now, for everyone at home watching that aren't already familiar with the ID at Xbox program,
Everybody
can
at
you
home
explain
watching this,
a little
everybody.
bit about how that works?
That's
Yeah, sure.
everybody.
So basically, we're a program at Microsoft that enables independent
How loud is
developers
that,
to
chat?
self-publish
Is that too
their
loud?
games. So they come to xbox.com/ID.
Because that's
they
his
sign up,
headset.
They tell us what kind of game they're making, and we send them dev kits. They start development. They make the game, and then we
what's good?
They're the publisher. We try and help amplify the promotion with things like what's
If it
happening
ain't
today,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
and then games come out, people play them, everybody's happy. It's awesome.
Right?
It
Like
is
if I'm looking at
awesome.
card games, so like I was
personally
like,
love
if it ain't a new
indie games, and
Yu-Gi-Oh,
I think we've seen indie
if it ain't a new
games
Yu-Gi-Oh
have
game,
this,
I don't care.
Not even resurgence, but kind of like just being
His
brought
mic is
more
horrible.
into the public
No,
eye
it's
in
his
the last
echo.
decade or so.
That's what it
and
is.
it makes it a little bit hard for some
He needs some
people
sound
to kind of
panels.
qualify what is indeed an indie game. So I want to ask
This
you, Chris,
isn't
what
sponsored.
are indie games all about in your mind?
By AeroZoom.
Well, that's actually one thing
But-
we do in the program is we don't try and define it. In fact,
I do
used
get
to have
sponsorships
like a
from
buster
Arizona,
on
just
the outside of my
as a
wall
sponsor.
office that said indie
AeroZoom,
little busters,
hit 'em
right?
up.
Because I was like, you know what, like we're
Just go
we're-
AZ-icjosh
I'm
2,
old, and I
get
spent
10%
the
off the first
90s as
order.
a punk rocker
Yeah.
arguing about what was punk and what wasn't punk,
Yeah.
and like we don't
Unless
need
you
to
want
do
your
that.
shit sound
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? It's to me, an independent game is really all about creative control. If a developer has creative
Just
control.
saying.
You know, they have that independence, but you know, we have folks in the
He trying
program
to be
who are
smooth.
single individuals. You know, one woman, one man making a game. We
Sound
have
like he's a
studios in the
transformer.
program that are hundreds
That's
of
what I'm
people
saying, man.
making a game, so we don't stress about it. Like
what I'm
our
saying.
focus is just on helping people get their games onto Xbox, helping get them great, and then making sure that players get to see them and have a good time.
Cool.
That is
Say,
incredible.
you want to sound
Now,
like that?
Chris, I know
You
I'm
damn-
sure
you know
there
damn
are
well you
so
don't wanna be
many
in a party and your
amazing
mic sound like
moments
that.
you were able to experience throughout your 7
You
years
know
with
you're
the
gonna get
program.
roasted.
But if you could
Don't
pick
even.
one, what would be your proudest accomplishment?
You know what? I can't. The thing that like really gets both me and the whole team on ID going is really like when we're able to help a developer. Like a lot of times, especially a first game, like ship that first game, and that like always feels great. Or when we're
Sound
able to work
perfectly
with
normal to
developers
you?
from like all over the world. Like we work with developers in more than 100 countries on every single continent except Antarctica.
No,
It's
he's
really
definitely
cool.
got an
So
echo.
It's hard to pick a proud moment.
I like that
but
TV
maybe
you got
my
back there.
favorite moment was I think it was
I know that.
E3. I can't remember which year, and it was right when we unveiled like the full Cuphead trailer. And I had seen the trailer. I knew how good it was, and I'm on stage. I got the privilege of introducing the Moldenhauers, and
I thought that was two TVs for a second. I think it's just another couch sitting back there. I was about to be like,
and then the Studio MDHR logo
bruh.
comes up on what at the time was the largest 4K screen in existence. And I knew
Yo, what's
everybody's
up?
socks were about to get blown
doing pretty
off.
good,
And just
my guy. How about
standing
you?
there in the dark on the stage, looking up at the Studio MDHR logo was like, I still get goosebumps. I have goosebumps right now talking about it. It was like, it was such a cool moment. It was such a cool moment
might
for
be
them,
okay.
and such a cool moment for everybody who likes
like that Tomb Raider poster?
to be, you know, just excited by games. So to me, that's like it's one of my favorite moments in my career.
oh
I
yeah.
remember that moment. I remember when
Okay.
Cuphead was first
I say, I didn't even
unveiled
check-
at
I didn't even
E3,
check that.
and everyone was like, "What
Didn't even
is
check that.
this?" And it delivered. I mean, Cuphead's a fantastic game. So what excites you right now? Like, what's the most exciting thing about the
If they're
indie
talking
game
up
scene
him,
in
then it must be he's going to be
2021,
showing
in your
off some kind of game or
just
something.
a variety. I mean, we just saw a Nat trailer,
Oh.
and all through today, we're just going to see so much variety of games. And you know, it used to be that I think when people
Right.
heard the word indie game, there was this thought of like, okay, this is side-scrolling pixel art, and there's still a lot of great side-scrolling pixel art games, but there's everything from first-person shooters to every genre under the sun,
Facts.
new genres nobody's ever thought of before, and to me, what's so exciting is these games come from everywhere. Right, I think there's a game. I don't want to give it away.
Probably
maybe
his
it's a
fave,
reveal,
Andy's
but there's a
so
game we're going
proud
to see in a
of
little
himself.
bit from two devs in the Philippines. It's really, really neat. Despelote, which was just in the trailer. An airport for aliens
That's
run
got
by
one
dogs,
tire
where
back,
you
yeah.
like go around and interact with like
And they were-
clip-art dogs.
you
that
tried,
are
yeah.
rotating. Like those
Yeah,
are all
it's-
super
it's-
cool.
it's
and then you
tough,
have
man.
games that just come out of nowhere.
It really is
not
tough
really
trying
out
to
of
get a
nowhere,
console
but like
right
Shotgun
now.
Farmers, which is a game that launched on
That's why I say I
Xbox,
feel blessed that I even got one.
and was from one person and dominated the sales charts on Xbox for like a couple weeks. It was like the #1 game on Xbox, and that is just so cool that the world today like enables that kind of thing to happen. So that's what I love. I just love the variety.
I'm impatient.
I'm always amazed
That's what it is.
learning
I'm just
at
impatient.
some of the sizes of some of these development
he
companies.
has Mike from Burger
Does
King
it
and-
blow
and the
your
Burger
mind
King
what
Kids Meal,
smaller
Mighty
indie
Kids
teams
Meal,
are
something
able
was it?
to create and produce in comparison to AAA companies?
Oh, is they just redoing everything again?
I mean, we've seen like such great. I think we just call it like democratization of development.
Yeah.
With the
They're
rise
just
of
showing
engines,
all
like
this
Unreal
over again.
and Unity and Game Maker. It really is now enabled the focus. You know, games is still incredibly amount of hard work to make, but the focus is on like
your best
how
one's
good
got
my
4 of
idea
each.
is, how good my story is.
New
Like game developers are no longer gated by the technology as much as they were 10 and 15 years ago.
Everybody gonna be looking for your location now.
It's also been awesome to see how things like Game Pass.
Everybody's looking for your location. Like, put your location in chat.
So many players to experience so many games. It's just really, really cool.
You done messed up
Yeah, it
now.
is super cool, and I for one love being able to jump on Game Pass and try something completely new. Because it's worked into that program, and
that
you
is
will
facts.
definitely see games today in the ID at Xbox program that are available on Game Pass.
That is mad
all
facts.
of them that will show today are, I don't think,
being able to go into Game Pass at any point in time and just try something new for
games
free.
Like
that is pretty.
I'm trying to
that's
think
pretty
like off
good.
the top of my head. Genesis Noir shipped recently. That was a Game Pass game, but Shotgun Farmer is not a Game Pass game. You know, and there's a huge amount of variety that's in Game Pass, which is fantastic, and there's a huge amount of variety of games that are not in Game Pass. So it's just great. Like there's just a tons to play.
Oh, you got a Series X
and
back
that makes
there.
it feel really good.
Absolutely. Where do you
right
think
here,
the indie games are headed next?
Some of y'all probably
say
didn't
in
see
the
it,
next
but it
decade
was right there beside that TV. I didn't even realize.
Question, and
it blended in so well.
I'm going to give is that I have no idea,
he's flexing.
but I mean that in the best possible way.
He's flexing.
You know,
he got an
If
X.
me when we started ID, if somebody was going to come up with a game where you shoot shotguns and when you miss the shot, a new shotgun grows out of the ground, I never would have guessed that. If you had asked me, is somebody going to make like a game that's hand animated 1930s animation, I never would have guessed that. And so what I love about indie games is they're always surprising us. They're always giving us something new. And so when I say I have no idea what we're going to see in 10 years, like that's what excites me. Like if I knew what was going to happen, I might not be as excited. So yeah, I think
I don't think indie games are going to look like this in 10 years. I can promise you that.
That's really interesting you say that. I am kind of curious with these next generation consoles that have just released very recently. How is that transition?
Can't find me. I got 5 VPNs linked through it later.
No, not really. We've been seeding Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S's to our developers for a while, and we've been really excited to see how many independent developers are supporting features like Smart Delivery, where you might have an Xbox One today and you buy the game, and then when you get your Xbox Series S or your Xbox Series X, you just download the updated version of it.
No, I think they all just get the next gen consoles first because where they work on them and stuff like that.
And so
they definitely get them first. That's a perk. I mean, you've literally seen people
taking advantage of them in really
that work with Xbox get sponsored by Xbox. Literally get Xbox One, get Xbox Series X and S sent to them to do headsets, controllers, and stuff like that. That's where I'm trying to be though.
Boring.
But
and I mean that again in the best possible way.
Damn, I love that.
They get this new system and they can start taking advantage of the power of it, but they don't have to get a PhD to figure out how to use it. And so, that is kind of always our goal, to make it as easy as possible to ship, so that the focus for developers can be
over here waiting for a damn game. I'm about to go sleep.
On taking advantage of the hardware, not like fighting against the hardware and just being excited they got something to run.
Yeah, in that context in particular, boring is fantastic for the indie
Exactly.
devs, I'm sure.
Right.
So speaking of indie devs, what advice would you give to any dev teams out there who might be watching who would want to apply to ID at Xbox?
Yeah, just reach out. It's xbox.com/ID. You can see from today and from the 2,000 games that have come through the program in the last 7 years. We love variety. We're eager to support all
Dokkan Battle and
especially
Legends
if you're
on
a new developer,
Xbox Series X and S.
Maybe you're not from the United States, or you're from a different territory.
HD,
please apply. We're really
HD
eager
sprites,
to help you get your games
HD
on the
cards,
platform. There's a huge audience
HD
of
summon
players
animations
who
running
games.
at 120 frames
I don't
per
want to be
second.
crass, but independent developers on Xbox have earned
that sounds good.
$2
Low
billion.
key, you could put Dokkan Battle on Xbox real
games, and that just feels really good because it means that we have a sustainable
really
marketplace where developers can have success
you really think about it?
Keep making their games, and so
really
I guess that would be my message. There is a lot of success on Xbox, whether it's getting millions and millions of people to play your games through Game Pass, just shipping your game and having lots and lots of people play it and enjoy it. Please come aboard.
Wow, Chris, I want to thank you for taking the time to
Both are still in
spend
the
and
box?
chat
Why you
with
got them
us.
still in the box?
But
You still ain't
before
play,
we
you
do
didn't play
say
Spider-Man
goodbye,
or nothing?
can you let everyone at home know how to apply to the program?
Yeah, absolutely. Devs just need to go to xbox.com/ID, and you can fill out an application there. I think it maybe takes like 5 or 6 minutes to apply. And, you know, that's the easy part. The hard part is making the game. But the part of building a relationship with Microsoft and everything like that, we try and make that as easy as possible.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I mean, it'd be cool if it gets announced.
Thank you so very much for joining us today. This has been so
this summer or something. It'd be
take
cool.
a peek behind the curtain at how all of this works. It has been so lovely having you, Chris. If people want to find you online, is there a place that they can follow you personally, or should they just follow ID at Xbox?
They can follow at ID
Xbox program for years and how it helps indie devs get their games out there and get their games finished.
I'll tell you who needs to be going for these indie
I also
developers.
didn't know how easy it was for
all the
devs
people
to
that be
apply.
making them
So
crazy ass
anyone
mods on
watching
Fallout,
this who has
Skyrim.
a game mulling around up
That's
there,
who
even
needs
if
a
it's
job.
just in concept phase.
Like,
Xbox.com/ID
that's who needs. If you play Fallout, you play Skyrim, you see the mods you got to download. That's who needs a damn job.
Bring it to Xbox
Yes.
consoles,
Oh my gosh.
Like when they're over here
like
redoing the whole damn game,
sometimes starting is
in
the
a new
hardest
engine,
part, but to even put your foot in the
for
door
free?
by applying to the program, I mean, oh my gosh.
Stop it.
I know there's some developers in the chat watching. Go ahead and get started. I see you guys in there. Let's do it.
Yeah, I absolutely love, like I said, I've been following this program for a while. When you go to a convention like an E3 and you go to kind of Microsoft's convention floor booth, like their section of it, there's always an ID at Xbox section. And whereas a lot of people go in and kind of hunt for the big AAAs, I'm usually scanning the floor for the ID at Xbox section because that's where I'm going to go and find the games that, like you said, Brianna, you know, if you're in it for art style, if you're looking for like the game that brings out all the feels that you need to have a tissue box handy for, if you're looking for those fantastic scores and compositions.
He's not wrong. I won't say
I
90%, but he's not wrong.
Really unique that maybe I haven't
There are a lot of
checked out here.
crazy mods out there. I'm not saying that them are the ones that need
It's
it.
just fantastic, and you know, as I mentioned, Cuphead was an ID at Xbox game. There's so many. I believe Oxenfree might have been originally as well. So many great games, and I know people in chat are teasing and hoping for games that
knocked
we
it out.
will talk about a little bit later in the show.
I had to give myself
So
excitement.
don't worry, we've got lots of
knock
stuff
out
coming.
the damn cord.
We
for the
do. We
microphone.
have so much coming. But up next, everyone, streamer Kate Stark will sit down with the team behind the new game Moonglow Bay, which takes place along the peaceful eastern Canadian coastline during the 1980s.
It better be 5.
In Moonglow Bay, you play as an old rookie angler struggling to keep your business afloat while coming to terms with the death of your lifelong partner, sorry.
There's the
But after exploring the world a little bit, you come to learn not everything is what it seems. Let's take a look at the trailer.
It better be something good, bro. It look like that. Is that Minecraft? Nigga, that's Minecraft. I know what Minecraft look like.
Well, Guppy, you did it. Your first catch.
That's
40
Minecraft.
years, and you still surprise me. I know this place
Yo,
seems
Stark with a super chat donation. I don't think I
fishing town
have.
afraid to fish.
Yeah, there we go. I'll
But
pop it
that's
up.
why our
Y'all already know what to do.
adventure
Give the man a
might just stay
hashtag.
afloat.
Straight
Because
up
all
in
those
chat
stories
right now.
about mystical
Where the F
monsters
is the stream boss?
are exactly
Also,
that.
I'll show you the friend code.
Stories. This
all
bay
right,
is
all right.
full of amazing new
All right, I
creatures
appreciate that.
waiting to
Again,
be
thank you for the
discovered.
donation. That should pop up somewhere around
So we'll find
through
them
here, but I know
and
what
share them with the
Minecraft.
world. Together.
Yeah, they bought Minecraft, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's another.
As long as this book is by your side.
Where TF is my stream boss. Also, I shot you my friend code to healo you out with Chain Battle Bro.
So am I.
That was loud as shit. Oh my god, I gotta cut the alert box off again. I gotta cut alert box off. See, that's why I told you if something pop up, it's gonna be loud as hell. I was like, because y'all want it this loud. No, I can't do that. I can't do
everyone.
that.
Thank you so much for joining us, Zach and Lou. Welcome to the show.
Bro,
Can you
that
tell us
donation
a little
was
bit
too
about
loud.
Moonglow Bay?
Way too loud.
course,
Yeah.
go ahead, Zach.
Sure.
You
so
probably,
Moonglow is
did you
like,
see me jerking
like
at to turn my headset down?
A fishing RPG slice of life set in the eastern coast of 1980s
Like,
Canada.
I gotta
fictional.
turn that off.
Yeah.
If I see a donation pop up
And
again,
it's in a
I'll
town
just
that people are afraid to fish.
either I'll read it off or
mysterious
something like
things.
that.
Yeah,
But I'm not
weird
letting that
creatures.
pop off
Yeah.
again like that.
Well,
bro.
it starts
That was
out
way
like
too
a
much.
kind of scenario where the
Way too
game
much.
is very regular, and you're like, oh, it's just
I got
normal
caught
fish.
slipping,
And
right?
It gets weirder and weirder, and you're like, okay, what's actually going on
yeah.
here? People have these myths, and there's some truth to these myths, and so it's a little spooky.
And you get to fish and you get to cook and sell and make friends around the town and build the town out.
So like while you're trying to explore the world, figure out what happened to your long lost partner, the town itself is going through their own struggles with their potential closing and inability to grow and survive. So it's kind of like a in tandem
Everyone
growth,
helping each other.
Yeah.
The show didn't even
Sounds
more
amazing.
peaceful
Now, without spoiling
Minecraft.
too much, what can you tell us about the town and what went into creating life in Moonglow Bay?
Oh, it does.
So the town is having its centennial, so it's gonna be 100 years old, and it's completely falling apart. It has no money. The town hall is closing, and you kind of like.
That sounds like every
help.
global player's bank account.
You moved into the town 3 years prior with your
Ain't got
partner.
no
thinking,
money.
Like, okay, we're gonna
Everything's
retire here
shutting
and we're gonna
down.
just open up
Damn,
a
is
little
that
fishing
Shaft
shack.
City?
But then they go
Is
on
this
their
based
adventure.
on
Your
Shaft
partner goes on
City?
their adventure to start up the shop, and they never come back. So now you're kind of like left alone. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do. And everyone else is also
Bro.
closing down. So you're like, I need to, like, I want this to survive. And your daughter comes back and it's like, kind of like picks you
Been
up and says, let's
hidden,
do this. Let's figure this out. And
Let's fix this.
Oh,
town
really?
hall.
yeah.
So I didn't get to see the second
There was so much,
episode
like,
today.
I
I'm
did
going to
so
watch
much
the second
research
episode.
on my side, like
probably
doing
later
concept art
on.
and stuff about
So,
Eastern
yeah, I can't wait
Canada
for
in the
that.
80s, like going to like little groups and checking like people's memories and the photos that they took of the east coast of Canada. So
And also the fashion, because even though it was 70s, 80s, the fashion hadn't caught up for like 20 years.
yeah.
No, it definitely had not.
Chain battle.
Well, I mean, what inspired
I'm at,
the
like,
story
actually, I
on
didn't even
Moonglow
look
Bay
what I was at
then?
today.
Because it seems that you did a lot
So
of
I think I was at
research into
3%,
it. So you
and
must,
then on stream
like,
it got
and very
bumped down to
specifically
4%.
Eastern Canada as
So,
well. So what
I don't even know.
inspired that?
Well, I mean, I always like fishing games. I think a lot of us always very much like playing the mini
10 out of
games.
10?
I'm one of those people, yes.
RPGs and
Yeah, definitely can't wait to
so
watch
it's just
that
like it's
thing.
one of those things. I was like, well, what if like this has to be feasible as a whole
Depending
scope
on how
game?
long
And I
this
found,
show's
with
actually
loads
is.
of other mini games.
It's really been on for
it's
like
Legend of the River King.
We've almost been on for an
almost-
hour, but it's been like
10 years
38
ago,
minutes, I
almost
think.
13 years ago since
Uh,
it came
of
out.
it
And I was
starting.
like, nah, this has to. Like, we
And
need to kind of like
low
see what's
key, though,
feasible here. So
And like the
I haven't really
story is,
seen
like,
a
Zach and
crazy
I
amount of
met,
good stuff
living
right
in
now.
Quebec.
I don't know how long this is supposed to be.
And like
There's a
my
whole lot of
family
damn
has
talking.
history with fishing. Zach has.
as a kid, I helped
But you
run
know
a little
what?
fishing shop selling fish
To
by
be
the
fair,
lakeside. And
As impatient
and
as
it
I
was kinda
am,
like, you know,
just
there's
because I
this
want to see the
connection,
games
like,
and
this
stuff.
is actually really chill. We
This
wanted to
is
make
really
a game
big
that was very relaxing.
for all
and
these,
this is the perfect kind of thing because
like companies
fishing is pretty chill.
coming in and actually showing
we
off
just
their
felt like
games.
it was
to,
the perfect environment to start off, and then we just from
You know
there
what?
started researching East Coast.
That looks
'cause
like
we want to go into the ocean, and get this
Minecraft
vast space,
And also it was a little bit of wanderlust of
old
mine because
Pokemon
my
games
my
had a
dream
baby.
has always been like I'm gonna go live in Nova
Real
Scotia.
talk.
It seems like the most beautiful
That's what it looks
place,
like.
most calming
It
place.
looks like
So
old
it kind of
Pokemon
has
Red,
that
Blue,
part
Silver,
as well.
yeah, like
Crystal, all them.
Yeah, the starry-eyed feel.
Had a
like,
baby
oh,
with
new
Minecraft.
town, beautiful.
That's
and
what it looks like.
That's why, like, one of the things in the game is to kind of build this town up and make it prettier over time.
So there is also a little bit of mystery around
Yeah,
the story
yeah, he,
and around the town.
I think I got his on stream. I think
Sure,
so.
yeah, like a little hint, which is basically like there's a lore that exists in the world itself. It's not like
StarCraft?
the fish
Yeah,
aren't
it'd be
typical.
cool to see StarCraft. We
They
definitely
start off
seen
typical,
that.
but as you get deeper, you get into different biomes. So like regular water, what you're seeing right now, but then it spreads into like these sulfur zones, these like heavy glacier zones, and you're like, how does this doesn't exist
I
in
got you,
oceans?
man.
How does this happen? And so it's kind of like
shape, man.
the
and
mystery of
that's also like part of the
Yeah,
thing
that's-
that's making people
this is
so
what this
afraid.
reminds
Like
me
people
of.
go fishing and they don't come back.
and
Minecraft,
they just-
dungeons,
it's
open world.
completely
So it's
bewildering.
everything is kind of fueled by myths in the town because nobody has the courage to actually go fish and find out if the myths are true or not. So you kind of like
Yeah,
everyone
I
just
can see a
gossips
lot of
to each
people. I
other.
can see
Yeah.
a
So
lot
you
of
can
people
go talk
getting
around.
into
You're going to fill up a journal
this
to,
type
to,
stuff.
to
I
see what
can.
these myths that people have accumulated are, and then you can go and like see what truth there is to this, and like there's always gonna be like, okay, go to this location, you're gonna find this weird fish that's gonna like nibble at your ankles. You're like, wait, what? And so yeah, so it's like
Freeze
stuff
Friday,
like that.
yeah. Again, it is Freeze Friday.
So
all right, my guy,
more
see you
specifically
start.
on that, how do the game mechanics work? What can players expect
what's your advice
when
on
playing
getting,
with Bay for the first time?
Cards,
so it's a core loop of going out fishing, and then coming back and cooking whatever you've caught.
Farming free-to-play
in your
cards
home,
first.
and then you sell it at your vending
and
machine.
then
it's a
if
lesser,
you want to doke on, like actually doke on and waken, like
the cooking is like a bunch of fun mini games.
Get your
cooking
free-to-play
mama
teams
style
that you can run to
and the
beat
fishing
events.
is like you have several different kinds of fishing.
And also go for
rod fishing
leaders
is the one that
first.
goes the most complex. It has like different levels of
difficulty.
For sure, any kind of leader that you have, go for them first.
And then there is trap fishing, there is
ice fishing, net fishing,
and line fishing, which is like a little bit more musical. So like you choose the style that you wanna fish with and capture this 100+
yeah, and there's like
creatures.
certain fish that can only be caught with certain tools, so you're gonna have to kind of go around and figure out what these combinations are. And also in your boat, you can expand with the money you've accumulated. You can expand the size of your boat, the tooling within it, to get a little bed and a kitchen in the boat itself.
So you can go fishing for days.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can go fishing out at sea for days rather than
wonderful.
always having to come back to town.
Yeah,
I love the sound of it. Now I know a question that a lot of our audience is going to be wondering and asking, and I am myself. Can you pet the dog? Because I noticed there's a dog.
Yes.
Can you pet the dog?
You can pet the dog. The dog is gonna follow you.
He follows you around.
It's your little companion.
His name is Waffles.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Waffles.
Yes.
Oh, I love this game already. This is my new comfort game for sure. Lou, you were mentioning the art style. What inspired and influenced the art style for this game?
So Zach and I, like, ever since we met, we did a bunch of like little mock-ups and stuff, trying to figure out like what game do we want to make. And it started from the principle that Zach does voxel art, and also like I wanted to bring something really relaxing. So one of the things that it doesn't look like it because it's all squared and it's like has a specific palette and stuff. But one thing that inspires me a lot on their direction is like Ponyo from Studio Ghibli, the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like as well as Animal Crossing, like and the old Harvest Moons from the GBA. So all those things that are very relaxing games, that kind of slice of life, and
all the colors are much softer.
Yeah,
it's all intentionally like catered so you don't feel intimidated by anything, even if like our myths are a little bit spooky kind of thing. So
yeah, we kind of wanted the player to just like get home from work, in this case like finish work, and then like maybe open the game and just relax and distress from life.
I'm seeing a lot of people in chat mention that exact thing, so I think you're on the right track. What sort of playtime can people expect? Is it single player?
That's what I'm saying. It looks like Pokemon and Minecraft had a baby.
It's single player and couch co-op.
It can be drop in, drop out. Like it's more of a style of like assist. So if you're having difficulty catching a fish, your friend can just like, or your daughter or anyone can just grab the controller and say, I'm gonna help you catch this fish.
And you can grab onto your player one and pull with them to pull the fish in.
So you go alongside the story and stuff, and the playtime.
We're estimating roughly around 10 to 12 hours. Depends if you want to be a completionist and try to get all the 100+ fish in the game.
And all the side quests and stuff, or if you just want to follow the...
I kind of like, that right there probably tickled a lot of the
On
completionists.
how players want to play. I love that.
Bone right there.
So the range can be pretty big.
I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what are you most excited, as the developers, what are you most excited for players to experience when playing this for the first time?
For me, I'm excited to see how people react to the fish that they pull up.
Yeah, this one's
because we get really weird with their designs, and
they're talking a lot about it.
Like for me, the when whole friendship system, like how you can become
like they're
best
hyping
friends
up
with people in town, and they can tell you like their life stories, or you can help them with
more.
their little struggles and stuff like that.
I'm not with it. Like, I want to see it. I want to see
I love
in
in games. So I'm looking forward to people seeing that as well.
Because we've been on this one for a good little bit now.
Now tell us really quickly about
I think definitely over 10 minutes.
And how is it challenging with that aspect of game design?
It's chaotic. It's one of those things that initially you're gonna have a like set idea where you're like, okay, you have this
and it's gonna be so big.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a set idea that's massive. The scope is always gonna be huge. And then you kind of, as you're building out, you kind of build the first section, and then you're like, okay, how long is this going to be?
I'm not stupid.
And then you play through, and you're like, all right,
I'm not dumb.
And can we keep pulling out this amount of like story and work and
yeah,
figure through the entire game.
So, like, we've been making this game for over 3 years,
yeah.
And a lot of iteration has gone through, and we're just like, okay, yeah, we have to keep cutting.
And it's interesting because we also
like I said, you made it.
We're still developing the game, and
like
as we develop it, we play it, and like
live
the
stream.
storyline actually doesn't fit very well, so maybe we're gonna have to change it. And it goes a lot of work kind of goes down.
But the big thing is that we've always kept like the main beats of the game, and so long as you can tie between all those beats, then the length between it is not what matters so much in terms of like how long that is. If you can tie them cleanly, then I think the players will always be happy with it because they're going to feel satisfied in the storytelling.
Yeah. Right, and you were mentioning through storytelling in a little
Lord
bit
have
earlier
mercy, there is no more mentioning. Just please.
Of lore in the
Next.
game, and I'm understanding
like,
that the lore
I need
is
that. I
definitely
need that button.
That
Wrap it up
than
button,
I may
bro.
have thought.
I really do.
Can you tell us a little bit about the lore?
Like somebody needs to come in and be like, wrap it up.
It's hard without spoiling much.
Without spoiling too much, but like one of it is like
okay, but don't spoil
the
nothing.
reason why some of the people in the town are afraid is because the fishermen who die at sea their spirits are taken within the waters within the ocean.
15 minutes.
That's what manifests like these weird fish and stuff.
Ooh,
it's taken like from people's thoughts. And so yeah, it's
like their weird thoughts and their weird imagination kind of brings up things in the sea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm happy for him.
That's just a
I'm happy for him to be on here.
I also don't want
showing the game off.
No, but not spoiling is very, very good.
Right, this shit.
We'll steer off of that just to get away from spoilers for a little bit. But how did your team approach replayability?
She the problem, Kate. You the problem. You keep asking more questions.
A little hard on the
the story part. It's mostly like we're trying to make different challenges in the fishing itself, even though it's like it's a relaxing game, but we still wanted to give different levels to all the types of fishing.
Yeah, and it's one of the big things is that adding value to that replayability, and all the way we've done it is tying to that story because the lore is so interesting to player base. Every bit of thing that work you're doing, every
one more
added work you're doing goes towards that story.
Well, I swear she's gonna be like,
so,
so how do you feel about the game?
Why we added so many fish because we want to like.
I swear she asked how he feel about the game, and he just unbuttoned that
there's
first
always something new and
button
like different zones
on that collar.
New stuff
and just relax.
So you don't have to 100%
and she
all
take
the
glasses
fish
off
in the game to complete the game.
I'm done.
You can keep going after that and
done.
learning more of the stories.
As someone who likes to replay comfort games like this, and I think I would classify this as a bit of a comfort game, I'm very, very happy to know that there is that option. Before we say goodbye, because this has been lovely speaking to both of you, how can people follow you for updates on Moonglow Bay?
All right, just kidding.
So we have the Moonglow Bay Twitter account, an Instagram account, a Facebook page. It's all at Moonglow Bay.
Okay.
And we also, the studio itself is at Bunny Hug Games.
On Twitter?
That's not
on
me.
On Twitter. And
I didn't do that.
There is our publisher that is also going to be giving a bunch of updates, which is at CodeSync. Like
coat and a sink.
Yeah.
That wasn't me to put that full screen, bro.
Thank you so much.
That was them.
I know I'm excited to be taking these updates, and I'm going to be.
That was them. They was like, bro, they've been talking forever. How many people are still in here watching this?
And let's send it back to Story Mode Bay and Trisha Hirschberger.
Thank you. Glad y'all was here. Y'all was here way too damn long, but thank you.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you, Zach and Lou. What a fun look at Moonglow Bay.
Right?
I mean, as soon as we got that little nugget of lore where people who die in the ocean, people who die at sea, their spirits and thoughts or whatnot kind of come to be in the fish, I was like, oh man, this went from peaceful fishing
we've been here for 20 minutes. Y'all don't need to explain what y'all seen.
People in town
we seen
something
it.
Entirely
all of
different.
Us.
Yeah, no,
Next.
I completely agree. I love how Kate kind of called it a comfort game because it almost is a comfort game with, not the death part maybe. I don't know how comforting that is. But it looks so adorable. And again, the art style for me is what really drew me in. It's almost like that pixelated type of look. You don't really see that too commonly in games now. And I love that, they brought that back. And
we know it's in.
I'm putting it on my wish list. I need that.
We know.
Yeah, I saw people in chat saying it's kind of like Minecraft-y looking, but with upgraded graphics. At least that's what people were reminded of. And everyone was getting excited when they saw there was crafting in it too. So we learned different types of fishing cooking mini games,
they're going to
sell
repeat
everything
in different
meeting
words.
different people in town, and just for Zach and Lou, like to be indie devs who kind of created this world. I'm sure it's just so exciting to
wait, what graphics card she got in there?
World and see what they do. Just like hands off, we made the playground.
I didn't get to see that graphics card.
Now the ball is in your
Go for it.
She got a 3080. Really cool. I'm calling hacks.
Yeah,
she got a 3090. I'm definitely calling hacks.
All right, folks, we have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We have more exclusive trailers coming up. I see everyone in chat. It's like trailers. We'll get there. We have more exclusive trailers coming up, and coming up, interviews with the devs from Soup Pot, Nobody Saves the World, Among Us, and more.
What's going on?
See you soon.
We got new ones. How many have been announced so far? I think they did like 5 or 6 at the beginning. And then they did a speed run of what looked like probably like 20 or so games. And then they just talked about one for another 80 years. So I'd say somewhere around maybe close to, if not 40, close to 40, something like that, I think, been shown. Right? They straight up said we'll be right back. Same for the PS5, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of these indie games look great. If you look at indie games how they were before, and you go back now, they're changed a lot. Like a lot. Some could even be AAA. Like, I mean, Outriders was like an indie sort of game, and now look at it. It's pretty much being marketed as a AAA game. So, I mean, that's how like Minecraft started. You know, like big games like that started indie and everything. So I understand it. I get it. It's pretty cool. But man, we need to see some newer ones, man. We need to see some decent ones. I hope that they kind of got a couple of the more lackings out, because they're supposed to be showing something about Stalkers 2, stuff like that should be getting teased as well. So hopefully so. But a lot of these are coming in Game Pass. I mean, you can see in the trailer they had like Game Pass and stuff like that, smart delivery and all that stuff there. I'm just looking to see like a lot more diverse, because it feels like majority of things that I've been seeing have always been about the same thing. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like majority of them have all been like the same type of game, just retextured a bit, or not being a top down or something. They still got the music playing. Y'all still got the music playing. All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to the ID at Xbox Showcase right here on Twitch Gaming. My name's Trisha Hirschberger, and I am joined by the fantastic Story Mode Bay today to tell you about all things going on the indie scene from Xbox.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like we were saying earlier on in the show, we have such an incredible lineup for all of you. Coming up soon, Blind Gamer Steve will sit down with the team behind Soup Pot, and later on we'll be talking to Victoria from Among Us. That just sounds like soup beans. Everyone in the chat I don't like no damn soup beans. That sounds like anything start with soup. About the new map that will be dropping in the game on March 31st.
Nope.
But first, we have more exciting game trailer reveals for you.
I don't like no damn soup beans either. That sounds like soup pot.
Racing landscapes
that's where you cook soup beans in. It's a soup pot. I don't like that.
Wilderness.
I don't like that at all.
Our next announcements are coming to the Xbox platform soon. Let's take a look.
Please be something new. The fact that they got to sit there for so long to transitions, kind of tough. I'm just looking at this like, all right, you know, if it actually looks something like that, like actually plays and looks like that, I can see somebody getting into that, you know. Is that a DeLorean? I think that is a DeLorean. Oh, that's the gameplay of it. You know what, that reminds me of an old Nintendo game. It really does. It reminds me of an old Nintendo game that was like 4-player that you can get like power-ups, slip on the oil and stuff like that. That's what that reminds me of. Art of Rally. Okay, you know. Why does it look like that? Breath of the Wild, Genshin Impact. Bro, this really does look like Genshin Impact, bro. Is this Genshin Impact? Not the cow. That's what I was saying. Like, they just slaughtered all the cow. Xbox Wild in the day. Craftopia. They didn't say Game Pass, I don't think. That one didn't look that bad. Even if it was like a Breath of the Wild, Genshin Impact type game, it didn't look that bad. Oh, I forgot. They like a lot of. I don't ever play any of those games. So I guess it's you starting out with like nothing and then like having to craft your own stuff and fighting against other people. Is this another battle royale? No, it's not a battle royale. I think it's like a survival battle royale type thing. Be about to, right? I think this is yeah, oh, Rust console edition. Okay. Team 17. This got trippy. Yeah, this game's kind of trippy at first. You look at it too long. Oh, well, it is in Game Pass, March 30th, 4 days from now. Oh, it's a Hello Neighbor. Hey, you gonna get to see that fool get tripped again? That shit was funny. Oh, look, you done made all that noise.
Meet the creepy AI-driven Mr. Peterson. This character has one mission, keeping you from discovering his secrets. Hello, and welcome to Hello Neighbor 2. In this game, you'll be playing as a local journalist named Quentin, who is
I know a lot of people. I know this game. I know Hello Neighbor was like really big on YouTube for a while.
To the Hello Neighbor franchise, this is Raven Brooks, the sort of town where everyone keeps to themselves and goes about their lives.
That person that showed that like looking bird-looking head dude when he tripped that mug with that little piece of wood, bro, I lost it.
Mr. Peterson.
I lost it.
There have been rumors of children going to his house and never being heard from again. Some people say he likes to lock people up in his basement. But no one has any proof. So people just try to avoid Mr. Peterson, his odd house, and ignore the strange sounds coming from his basement at night. You have a feeling that Mr. Peterson is behind all of the neighborhood disappearances, but no one believes in your ideas and theories. And while you normally wouldn't break into someone's house,
call the damn cops.
You're the only one who believes something is wrong and has the guts to uncover the truth.
Anybody that needs 17 damn locks on their damn basement door,
an AI that is constantly evolving.
You call the cops.
Our goal for Hello Neighbor 2 is to provide unique player experiences.
This fool
is an experience that is driven by
using that as a wheel.
Mr. Peterson's behavior is a combination of a neural network and algorithms that allow him to constantly learn from his experiences with everyone who plays our game. It begins with the collection of player activity. Mr. Peterson takes note of player behavior, whether or not most players are likely to hide in a closet, use a certain escape route, or certain objects. As time progresses and he learns, Mr. Peterson's behavior may change and surprise you. How Mr. Peterson plays in one encounter with you might be different from the next. All due to
he literally just learns from what somebody else does. So pretty much the strategy that you see somebody use on YouTube ain't gonna work for you.
Actions, replayability, and great stories of neighborhood shenanigans. But these new experiences go beyond Mr. Peterson.
That's
funny. In Hello Neighbor 2, players can interact with all characters.
Well, that sucks for everybody who likes this game.
Characters share the same.
And wants to go watch somebody else beat it. Nah, it ain't working for you.
And have their own stories for you to discover. So while you might think you're just playing the game, you're really contributing to the development and improvement.
Speedrunner have already been completed with this game. Part 2.
Our AI and development gives you an idea of what to expect in Hello Neighbor 2.
No, this is yeah. I guess you mean part 1.
2, you can check out some of our alphas on
it looks like speedrunners are gonna get screwed over.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah, that dude, when he got tripped, that shit was funny. That's what I'm saying. Send the box for the light.
Are you a Hello Neighbor fan? Brianna?
So I played the first one and I was kind of petrified. Like, he was finding me from every little corner. I remember trying to hide in the rooms and he was right there waiting for me. So the fact that they're making a second one and he's even smarter than the first game, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
Well, that was one of the
if they have that developer sit down, I'm about to take a pee break.
He would adapt to your play style, and the more that you would do runs, the smarter he would get. But now, not having it only be your runs, but the entire community's runs that Mr. Peterson's learning from is frankly quite terrifying to me. Although I'm super interested that they said that the other neighbors will all have stories and will be able to interact with
you know, any little kid that's trying to play this game,
super cool. I love that in Hello
it's going to be like,
get a little bit of a
how do I beat this game?
As to why we're invading this man's house, whereas I feel like in the first Hello Neighbor, you're just like those meddling kids.
Yes.
That are
you know, the dash you play Hello Neighbor in 2017.
Over in my yard again, and
I know a lot of people play Hello Neighbor in 2017.
Now, I was going to say I was very happy to see that Team 17 is coming out with another game. They're the same developers that made Overcooked.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't got no snacks.
The style of the game, it looks very 80s and retro and almost futuristic in a way, which is super exciting to see. The first trailer that we saw with the car driving, again, a beautiful art style. I mean, wow, these trailers are blowing me away. It is a great time to be a gamer.
Yeah, that first trailer we saw was for a game called Art of Rally, which got high praise from the folks at Top Gear, and being
you ever play Hello Neighbor?
A little bit of a car enthusiast, if you will.
I won't say it's good or not.
I was like, man,
I know a lot of people played it. I never played it, but I know a lot of people played it. Like I have my
for Art of Rally.
Well, damn.
Craftopia looked cool, and I saw a lot of Rust fans.
But I had my nephew play it.
So
stuff
for our
like that.
console
I think my
gamer
nephew and my
friends
niece played
will be
it,
able to get into
and I watched
the
them
world
play a
of
little bit.
Rust. If that's
I mean,
your
they seem
jam.
to
I've
enjoy it,
dabbled a
so
little
I'm gonna
bit
say
in
it's
Rust
good,
myself,
but
although
it just
I
ain't up
dabbled
my
on a
alley.
friendly server, so I know it could be a lot more intense if I was in a more survival-based server where everybody's out to get everybody else. But yeah,
Yes.
console friends, welcome.
Here we
Welcome
go.
to Rust. But all right, so that was just some more trailers for everybody to check out. I know chat is all about those trailers.
Yeah.
Up next on the show, we have streamer Blind Gamer Steve. We'll chat with the dev team behind the new cooking-inspired game, Soup Pot.
Nope.
In Soup Pot,
Soup
you'll be
beans,
able to
bro.
make food with
Look
a
up soup
wide
beans.
range
You ain't
of
gonna like it.
locally
You ain't gonna like
sourced
what you
or
see.
supermarket ingredients in traditional
I'm
kitchens.
for real about to take this peep
Discover
break
and
as
learn
soon as
more
they
than
start. 'Cause
100 recipes while
I don't want to see.
streaming your cooking on
I don't want to miss another
Cookbook,
game thing. But
the in-game social media map. Okay, so we've got like a cooking game and a streaming game. Let's just take a look at the trailer.
Let's do it.
let's look at soup beans, y'all. That look like a kitchen you're gonna be making some soup beans in. Yep. Leon finna go crazy over making a game with barbecue ribs. Bruh. What the fuck is this? Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, awesome.
Hello. Break.
Oh, I am really, really excited. Hello, I'm Steve,
break,
aka
chat.
Blind Gamer
Get you some
Steve.
snacks.
And to
Whatever.
introduce our guest stars is what I'm here to do. It really makes
Whatever
me happy
you need
to
to do,
introduce
you need to go to the
Gwen
bathroom.
and Trina
I
from
feel
Chicken
like
Club
at this point in
Studios.
time, I
Hello,
think we
Gwen and
should all
Trina,
just
how
get
are
up.
you?
And get us something to drink, something to eat. Use the bathroom.
Hello. Oh my god, that's awesome. So, Soup Pot, tell us all about it. What is it? Tell us more. We need to know more details.
So it's really weird.
So,
like our game, it's very chaotic. It's like, to summarize in one sentence, it would probably be a chaotic cooking game where you don't need a recipe. There's no fail states in this game.
Yeah.
You just do what you do in the kitchen. You improvise. So the player would be quote unquote streaming their process in the kitchen, and in Asian culture, we don't really have fixed measurements for cooking. We just like we eyeball everything and then we adjust them according to taste. We just listen to the voices of our ancestors in the background. And we want to replicate this way of cooking because we think it would be fun to play. Especially we wanted to do the iconic cooking methods like using our fingers to measure how much water to put when you're cooking rice. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yes.
And you mentioned we talked before, by the way, thank you for tuning in. I know you're in the Philippines and it's way past midnight where you are, so thank you so much. But I wanted to ask because you said that it was that the Soup Pot is very Filipino and Asian inspired. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that inspiration is part of the game?
So actually, like Trina and I both love to cook. That's one of the things. And then the pandemic happened, and Trina and I were just like, oh, like we're not doing anything. Like we're just at home. We don't get to eat out. And then we decided to make games.
I miss
So
anything
last
good?
year,
No,
we
didn't
released
think
the
so.
demo, which was called Putahe ng Ina Mo Sinigang Edition. And
Didn't think
then
so.
we looked in the streaming part of it. And people really liked it. So one of the things that we wanted is like Gia we asked Gia to do sound design where she talks about she says the ingredients names, and that carried over into our actual game. Like when we
Move the
saw how
microphone.
much people enjoyed the demo and they
That
really
way.
like it, like we feel like we're filling in a gap
It's only that
where
they
it's
could,
not too
fail
serious
cooking in
gaming,
real
like
life.
it's not instructional, you know, like we want to recreate as much as, you know, how you would be in the kitchen,
This game
which
gonna be
is
fire.
you measure by feeling, you fix things as you go, things can get messed up, and you know, like we just want to bring in that fun into the game and make it a game. Like
I missed him say, "Wow, this is awesome."
Games in general,
I
cooking
missed
game
that.
is always like a
Oh,
mini game,
man.
just like a side thought. And
I told
we
y'all,
both love
soup pot
cooking,
is
like,
too
we
close to
both
soup
love
beans. It's
food
not gonna be
also,
good.
so we
Anything named
wanted
soup beans,
to put
and I will say
cooking
this though,
itself as the focus of
I like his display back there.
That is so awesome.
I
Now,
like
we did
he's
see
got the
actually a little bit in that
actual
trailer
Xbox,
that there's a social network in this game called
middle
Cookbook.
button
Can you
as
tell
well.
us a
Oh,
little
my
bit about
Xbox
that and how
controller.
that ties
Oh, no,
in
I got one
to
right here.
the
Hold on.
progression system in the game?
I like how he's got
So
that
cookbook
spot
itself,
right there. In the back.
wanted a way
I like
to wrap
that.
the game.
That's pretty dope.
And then it's essentially like fake Facebook.
What soup means? Look it up.
where you could look in and then
It's
you
literally
have
what
like,
it sounds like.
PC,
Beans
videos,
that you gotta
and
be put into
you
like a
learn-
There's
soup.
also the current news.
It's
yeah,
not
there's
good.
also
It don't
current
sound good.
news,
It don't
and
look
then
good.
essentially
it don't
like
taste
you
good.
learn by watching videos of the game, so you also learn techniques like through a combo fighting system that we want. But then there's also an accessibility option where we've made it so that you could actually remap the controls so that you could, you know, adjust the game to your playstyle. And which is something
Yeah,
that
because I was
very
going to ask
important.
about that actually, because of course I'm an accessibility advocate and consultant, so accessibility is very much a big part of my life and what I do. So, what are the other accessibility features that you're going to actually have in Supot?
So one of the things that like we really care for
Come on,
is
bro.
dyslexia. Like one of our
They
team
really
members
out here
has
talking
dyslexia, so that's
like
very
this is gonna
important
be
to
game
us.
of the year.
That was a very long discussion. You know, whether we put in like QTE
This is people that can't
or
cook in real life.
whether
This game
and to
fire, bro.
balance
I'm
that
telling you,
so
by the
that
end of
people feel like
2021,
they're
I'm
progressing
gonna
in the
be a
game.
chef.
Another
I'm gonna
thing
be a
is that
chef.
Drina is designing, you know,
They need bowl
colorblind
water.
filters so that
Like, come on, bro.
we make sure that the game is also playable to people who may not
First of all, this ain't gonna
see
teach
the
you
colors.
how to cook. 'Cause
We've added
you know what's
in
gonna
like
teach
the
you how to cook?
reactions, like the
Cooking.
lines, so that you have
So you
like
go in the
sort of an
kitchen,
indicator
as
of
soon as
what's
you
happening in
smell
the kitchen.
something
and then
burning,
it was
you ain't gonna know how to react.
semi-incidental
Pause.
that, you know,
Let
our
me
sound
pause this
designer
fire
Huda
on the
and Gia,
stove on the burner real
like,
quick so
they
I can
just
process what's going
really
on
made
here.
the game so
Okay,
well.
in
like
the game,
sound
I had to go
so
get
well
the fire
that
extinguisher.
all the audio feedback, you know,
No, I don't see
really
no fire
helps you play
extinguisher.
the game.
Like-
Like you could play it also like by listening. And the
Also-
fact
also
that
Got your
the
weed, Rosie?
ingredients shout their names.
Yeah, the ingredients shout their names.
That is so
Really
cool. I can't wait to be able to try that out. Now, Trina, I wanted to ask you because apparently I understand you're the queen of meme over there at Chicken Club. So I heard that you'd said that there's some really creative and meme driven achievements in this game. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to look forward to? And you mentioned to me earlier there's a 5-second rule achievement. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So our achievements aren't skill based.
How are those pork chops lagging?
Based on how much fun you have in the kitchen. So we have this
Bruh.
thing.
Nah, I can't
where
cook this pork chop. It's
if
lagging.
you drop an ingredient on the floor and you decide to pick
I
it
wish
back
my woman would tell
up
me that.
and put it on the pot, the
And if
game
you're a
will
woman, you
record
watch
that
this,
and mark that as
You're like,
an
I wish
achievement
somebody
for the
would tell me
5-second
when I
rule,
went to a
'cause
restaurant.
you're
Sir,
still
ma'am,
using the ingredient that fell on the floor.
You ordered the
And
tenderloins. No, we
there's
can't
also
cook that
this-
because
oh,
it's
no, I'm
lagging.
spoiling a lot of things,
The
but
truck is
anyway,
actually in the back lagging, and we seem
there's
to
also
can't
this
get it
feature,
to open up.
where
So
you have a fake neighbor
you're gonna have to order
in
something
the
else.
background singing karaoke, and if you get too annoyed, you can just throw food at them, so they
Oh
stop
my
singing.
gosh.
Something like
Too
that.
much time.
Yeah.
Too much time.
That is so amazing. I love that. By the way, you should probably mention that you got to make sure that you have to turn the stove off. Correct? You don't want to that's going to be an issue.
You need to turn
This
your stove
motherfucker
off if
said,
you're not using it because
"You
it's
got to
gonna
turn off the
Eguen
damn
is gonna
stove in the game."
implement a feature
Oh,
where
my
if
Lord.
you don't turn off the stove,
Oh,
your
my
whole
God.
kitchen's gonna burn. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my God.
awesome. Now, you had also actually mentioned before that essentially there's going to be the ability to have like kind of different types of food from like locally grown farmers and holiday food. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So one of the things is that we have a marketplace in Cookbook, the social media, and then what we wanted to do is essentially, if you wanted to make like gourmet food, and which like almost all restaurants, what they do is that they source locally.
Nigga,
and this
you
is
capping.
something that's very
That's
subtle.
not- that's
it's
not no
really
real
gonna
person.
affect like your experience
That's
of the
not,
game.
that's not no real person's
But we wanted to
account
ensure
right there.
that the design of it
Capping.
also reflects that, you know, small like local farmers and homegrown organic ingredients are just better and like more fresh compared to like supermarket ones, just because of, you know, like fast food and like waste and all of those things. So you don't necessarily feel that in the game because you could buy whatever you want, and you know, the no fail state and the you know, quirky insults that both Trina and I grew up with, like that is how the game is. So I feel like it doesn't push the
But
things
you have
that
to
we
walk to
want,
the
but
front.
we've designed the game in a way that it reflects that.
I love that. Now, is this going to be a like a solo single player experience, or is there going to be multiplayer in this at all?
Why would it need to be multiplayer?
Oh, it's a solo experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can kind of go at your own pace. I love that. So I bet there's a lot of people kind of in the chat that are going to be wondering, like, where, like, when can we be able to get our hands on Supot on Xbox?
So currently we are aiming for August 31st, 2021.
August?
And yeah, like that month is like pretty
What the hell
important
does this
for
game
us.
look like this?
When the game gets launched, you also could actually play in a Japanese
Did
and
I miss
Korean
something?
kitchen, because of like how close
Did
those
Gordon
culture
Ramsay come
us
out this
to
month
what
at the
we're
beginning of the
exposed
chat?
to.
Is that what it was? Did
So
I
there
miss
are a
something?
couple of recipes, and then you could choose to cook in a Japanese or Korean kitchen also.
That is so really cool. I love that so much. All right, so thank you so much, Gwen and Trina, for joining us. Where can we be able to find more information about Chicken Club, you, and Supot?
We have a
So you
website
could
that's
definitely, like,
Look, talking over each
down
other.
there.
It's
it's
down there.
chicken.club.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome.
And we
And
also have a
then-
Twitter.
And
We also have a Twitter,
Discord.
Chicken Club. Yeah.
Chicken
A
Club,
Discord,
okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Look, Gwen up
Oh,
her
there's a
getting
Discord
mad.
too. Just look him up on Twitter. Look
Gwen
him
was
online.
getting mad,
Supot
dog.
will
She
be
was
coming
getting over talking.
very soon.
Trina
to
over
Xbox.
talking.
Thanks once again, and I'm going to send
They
it back
about
to
to
Story
have words
Mobe
after this.
and Trisha. Thank you so much.
They about to have some words.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you,
that was
Steve.
adorable.
Thank you, Gwen and
Thank you.
Trina. Okay, Brianna, are you a good cook in real life?
I've gotten better, yes. When I first started cooking, no, not
that.
really. But it's almost like trial and
Wait,
error.
why
I
is
love
that up?
what they were saying earlier about how, you know, in their culture, there's no sense of
What did
really
that pop up?
following recipes. It's just you let the ancestors guide you, and they'll tell
Close
you how much
BlueStacks.
you need to add.
I never
That's
had
the kind
BlueStacks
of cook I
popped
am.
up.
You know what? I self-professed not a good chef personally. And I'm watching this
What?
thinking, oh, maybe this will make me a better chef, much like Dance Dance Revolution made nobody a better dancer. So no, probably not.
No,
but at
Dance
least it
Dance
might make
Revolution
me
don't make you a better
have some
dancer. That's
love,
facts.
You know, for cooking.
Just
I like
hit
the
them little
wacky
buttons
stuff
on
that they
there
talk
don't make
about
you a
where,
better
like,
dancer, bro.
You
No.
can throw food at your karaoke neighbors. That sounds hilarious. Or that when you select food, or I guess pick it up, the food yells out its name.
Yes.
When you pick it, that's what I'm in for. I'm in for the
Carrots.
wacky stuff.
Or even they were saying the 5-second
Boiling
achievement.
water.
If you drop some food, and as
Flour.
long as you pick it up, blow the dust
That's
off,
exactly
and put
what
it
I
back on
wanna
the
play.
stove within 5 minutes, you'll be good. It's fine. I'm excited to play.
5-second rule for real.
Yes, for real. Well, everyone at home watching, coming up, we will chat with Victoria from Among Us about the new airship map coming over to the game. And later, streamer Dano Taj will have a conversation with the devs behind Nobody saves the world. I am very excited. But first, let's take a quick break. Be right back.
A break? What the fuck is why we get breaks? Didn't we just have one? Top player would be Gordon Ramsay, right? You just look over, you see Gordon Ramsay playing this game. Look, I swear we just had a break a second ago after they got done talking. They showed like one game. I'm capping. I think they showed like maybe a couple games, but still, like, bro, we get another 3-minute break. Is this for everyone to start talking again? Is this for everyone to get up and just like stretch every now and then, or something? I think that might be what it is. Like everyone gets to get up, stretch a little bit, look over them cue cards and stuff like that. Be like, all right, we got this, and then we got another break. Thank the Lord. Like, you ain't even been talking all that much, bro. Right? I mean, I knew it was going to be indie, but I did not know it was going to be this much talking and this many breaks through this. I didn't know that. If they would have had it lined up, like how many breaks they're going to have, I probably would have skipped. For real. It's already been an hour and 30 minutes. 37, excuse me, we've been on stream. Yeah. Been nothing but talking. To talk. Everybody want to talk. Everybody want to talk about shit that ain't nobody want to even see. Like, who the hell wants to talk about a damn cooking game for 15 minutes? Like, that's going to be game of the year. Best immersion game of 2021. Soup beans. I mean, soup pot. Devs have won. Dude, honestly, they honestly probably could have done these in videos, but they probably didn't want to. They just said, F it, let's just make it one big video and that's it. One big stream, get it over with. Because this is what it feels like. But a single pork chop lags without being touched. I think that's probably why it's scheduled to come out in August or something like that, because they got a lot of things to fix in the game. Because they don't look polished. Nope, still music right there.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the ID at Xbox Showcase right here on Twitchgaming. My name is Trisha Hirschberger, and I am here today with Brianna, aka Story Mode Bay, and we're kind of like your tour guides through this event today, leading you to all the different sections of things that you will want to see. But we do have a lot of great stuff coming up.
We absolutely do. Next up, everyone, we'll be hearing from the creative team behind Nobody Saves the World, and they will be interviewed from none other than Dana Taj. But before we get to that interview, we have more gameplay trailers to reveal.
I feel like it's going to be
From the Battle of Normandy to the scrum of medieval combat, this next batch of games promises something for everyone. Let's take a look.
Demon Turf.
That is weirdly interesting. It's like 2D mixed with 3D. Like your character's 2D, but the world's 3D. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if it'd be like I'm gonna 100% play it or not. Yeah, like that art style is kind of fire. Like real talk. See, I wouldn't mind him talking about this for like 5-10 minutes. I honestly wouldn't. That's kind of that is kind of fire. Yeah, it's yeah. Acid trips. Here I come. That was kind of cool. That one was kind of cool. Oh, we got a new shooter. Invasion of Normandy. Moscow. They got blood. That was it? Damn, they cut that quick. Y'all see that? They cut that quick. Bruh, I don't know if they were supposed to show that. They cut that quick. Is it gonna be one of those like big battle games with a bunch of things on? No, it's not. You know what? Kind of reminds me of For Honor. Actually, No Honor. That's what it reminds me of. He threw a damn burning chicken.
Here and now.
Yeah, it reminds me of No Honor. Oh, the chivalry too. They see how fast they're cutting those? So my time has come. Yeah, it did remind me of No Honor though. Huh. Low key though, that's kind of fire. That's kind of fire. Oh, you drop kicked him? Yeah, that's low-key, this isn't that bad. Oh, Song of Iron 2021. That's not that bad. Yeah. So they've showed like what? A couple of decent indie games on this one. That one straight up did look like an acid trip, but it looked cool. I like the 2D, 3D vibe on that one. That was kind of cool. This one looks like, what's that one? Oh, it was that Journey game that was big for a long time, where all it was literally just like walking around. This kind of reminds me of like you're a damn frisbee sort of thing. But I'm gonna assume you're not a frisbee. I'm gonna assume you're something. Just flying around. Yeah. You look like a frisbee. That looks cool though. Very vibrant. I don't know if I play it, but it is very vibrant. XO1. I didn't see if it had Game Pass, damn it.
That was a peaceful last trailer. It was so
Yep,
calm.
Oh, please tell me that's not the one they're gonna be talking about. Yo, what's up, dude?
If you need to just zen out, I
Better
saw
than the
Blank
cooking
Arcadian
game? Yeah.
in chat when we were watching the trailer for King of Iron. Said Assassin's Creed of
But
Persia.
that 2D, 3D game,
and I just thought that was hilarious. But you're
the more you
mentioning
think
things
about
that
it,
I
the
love.
more appeal.
Blank Arcadian.
It
so
has,
King of
especially
Iron
for
might
fans
be
of
right
Mario
up there
60.
as
Yeah,
well.
Sonic games.
Brianna,
Yeah,
did you have any of those trailers that jumped out at you that you were like, yes, I gotta play that?
like that one. That one was.
That first one,
that was something.
Demon Turf, I think it was called, definitely caught my eye. It's kind
Yeah,
of like
that
a
one did.
3D platformer, but what I
You've
liked
never
about it is they
seen,
kind of experimented
such
with
bad
that 2D
graphics?
style a little bit
On
as
what?
well. So yeah,
Because
I'm excited about this.
a couple of those games
also,
weren't bad
what I'm
graphics at
equally
all.
as excited about is our
that-
very next interview coming up.
That
Up
one
now,
that looked
streamer
like
Dano
No
Tosh
Honor
is going to connect
kinda-
with the devs
kinda has some
behind
bad
Nobody
graphics.
Saves the World. From the
But again,
developers
it
of
is-
Guacamelee, oh, I love that
It is
name,
indie.
comes Nobody Saves the World, which is a twist on an action RPG in which you play many different character forms, each with their own unique gameplay.
Okay, so is this one of the ones that they were going to talk
You get
about
to
the most?
explore a vast overworld, clearing generated dungeons in an effort to beat back
Talk
the
about the
calamity
washing your hands game
and
for 30
save
minutes?
the world. Let's check out the trailer.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The calamity is growing in power, and monsters have invaded the land. Yoda Wizard Harry. One art missing. Why do I feel like this is about to get copyrighted? I literally feel like it's about to get copyrighted. That's running in good frame though. Real talk. That's running in good frame. That's running in probably like, that's definitely running in 60. Oh, damn sure. Bro, that ran smooth. Oh, and in Game Pass? Soonish? Bro, that one was kind of smooth. Is that what they're gonna be talking about?
Yo, wow, that trailer was awesome. I've seen that like 3 times.
Can I
now.
just
It's
get an
fantastic.
epic
My name is
ass
Dana Tosh.
mustache
Hello, everybody.
on Dan?
I'm joined by the lovely, lovely human beings named Grant Smith and Ian Campbell from Drinkbox Games. The lovely people that brought you Guacamelee and Guacamelee 2 now bring you
Yeah,
Nobody
it looked
Saves
like
the
it.
World. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. That, like, I'm not joking.
Billy
that
and Mandy,
trailer gets me
art
amped
style?
every single time. I've seen it like 4 times now, and it's
A
fantastic.
sage is
the
here.
music's
That's what I'm
bop.
saying. That's
The
a
game looks
that's an
fantastic.
epic
Let's-
that's an
I mean,
epic
let's talk about it.
mustache,
There's
bro.
so many things to get into. We don't
Epic
have a ton of
mustache.
time.
I'm
Let's
sorry, but
dive right into it.
like
what do you guys
thing
wanna
is
start with?
curling,
We
bro.
got all kinds of
Curling.
things.
Okay, he looked like an evil. He looked like he could play an evil villain, a damn good evil villain.
So
yeah, please.
I guess
that's
yeah,
mad
Nobody Saves the
respect.
World, well, to
Look at
start
him. Look,
off,
he wanted to be like that. My
naked
mustache.
gray baby that you
That's
saw
what he
that
wanted
picked
to
up the
do.
wand at the start of the trailer there. That's Nobody. That's who you
They
start the game
jealous.
as. And so, like right at the
Ian
start of
and
the game, you find this magic
Graham
wand,
over here are jealous.
which allows you to change your form into different types of forms. So the game is basically like a top-down RPG, action RPG.
Croissant
but you're as you're playing,
hopping
you're
on
progressing
stream.
through this form tree,
That
you're
might
unlocking
be
new forms
somewhat
and
kind of
playing as
racist
different
if he's
forms,
actually French or
and
something like
experiencing,
that.
completely different types of gameplay.
That might be
with each one of
racist.
the forms. So at the very
I
start
don't
of the
know
game,
yet.
the very first form you'll unlock is you gain the ability to
I
turn
haven't
into
heard
a
him
rat.
talk, really,
And you actually use that
'cause I've been talking.
ability to escape imprisonment. You get imprisoned at the start of the game.
Yeah, maybe
and then so once you escape from the prison,
Rachel.
you notice that the
No,
rat has
I'm
this
just
long
I'm
list of
capping.
quests that
I'm
the
just
rat
laughing
can
at it.
do,
But
using
still,
the rat's
that's
abilities. And
funny.
when you start working on those
that's
quests
funny.
and completing those
He don't
quests,
eat biscuits. He just
your
eats
rat starts to rank
croissants.
up and gain new abilities, and you also unlock
Bro.
additional forms that you can switch to, which have their own list of quests. So slowly throughout the game, as you're playing, you're unlocking new
He's the
character
guy
classes
there's
with
not to
different
worry
forms
about.
and exploring those different gameplay mechanics with the different forms, unlocking new abilities,
Like,
unlocking more forms.
man,
You can see a little bit
I
of-
won't say.
of
You know what?
the form tree in the video.
His
right now.
mustache
The player just
reminds me
yeah, so in a quick
Gold D.
nutshell, that's
Roger
kind of
on One Piece. It's not at that level of thickness and lushness.
It sounds like it's good
but
for you showing exploratory
it's
stuff
there.
and being able to kind of puzzle solve a little bit.
No, I don't think he's French.
I assume there's a lot that goes on
Right.
with
He ain't
how
French.
your gameplay is going to be with combat and such.
But you can just tell by the way he talks.
Yeah, absolutely. Like every
that he knows he got
he
knows he's got a great look at him. He wants to keep touch that mustache off. Like me, I got my beard coming in and stuff like that.
Some are like
and
real
he
heavy
be seeing me
hitters,
like
but,
this sometimes.
they need like long windups and they need an element of like timing to them. Some can fly, some can swim. There's like lots of combat and traversal mechanics.
No hate.
And as you get further into the game, you can mix and match the abilities between the forms. So, then you have like a rat that can shoot arrows like a ranger, or a horse that's like biting things and poison like a rat.
This game is running in good frames, by the way.
The possibilities are nearly endless, you could say.
Like out of all the games that they've talked about so far, this is probably the better one.
That's the thing that
like
intrigued
actually
me most.
sit down and talk about.
There's
This is the better one.
Kind of Lego
For sure.
plug and play. Get to pick different forms and kind of play with them. Is there like how complicated can we get?
It gets pretty complicated. Like to start with, when you unlock a new form, the forms quests are all kind of like training you how to use that forms, because we want to ease the player into the new mechanics that are presented with each form. So it'll be like getting you to use your basic
Look like what
abilities.
Minecraft Dungeons should have been.
Once you've kind of started to get the hang
Hey,
of
they
it,
may have taken the initiative in their own hand and been like, nope, we doing
can't
it.
do with the base abilities of the form. You actually have to mix and match, pull in abilities from other classes. So
yeah, this one
for
looks
example,
good.
If you're playing as the rat doesn't have any ranged abilities, but the rat might get a quest to.
I think
use
was this
ranged
one in
abilities
Game Pass, chat?
So you have some flexibility on how you want to do that. That's a pretty easy quest to do because there's lots of options for something like that. But they do start to get more specific, and
all right, my guy, have a good one, dude.
Some of them are more difficult to figure out, like exactly how am I going to do this, and different customizations. It gives the player some room for creativity in trying to complete the quests.
Yeah, this was not bad.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that was probably the thing I was most excited for when sort of hearing about this. Was it looks very much like, well, it looks like my jam, I'm gonna be honest, and it looks like it's a lot of chat's jam as well. So I think we're all pretty excited about that. But that sort of freedom to play within your rules as the developers, but also be able to kind of do things on our own and get pretty creative
pretty cool,
and play with like the tools that you brought up. I think that's pretty awesome. Not to mention, I mean, just simply like Geopart says, the art style of this game looks amazing, and I couldn't agree more. There's just so much stylistic virtue to it, and it seems like you're taking a lot of inspiration from your past works, like Guacamelee.
Normally, I wouldn't play games like this that much.
What are sort of the things that maybe you learned in the past that you brought to something like Nobody Saves the World?
Actually, I mean, talking with
the
artists through the development process, of course, like one of the goals is to try and break a bit free from what we had done previously. I guess in terms of, say, like Severed and Guacamelee have a very like angular vectorized art style, but this is more like hand drawn and like lots of lines and strokes and stuff. And we also wanted it to be kind of charming, but like off-putting. Like I know, like maybe like Ren and Stimpy or like Garbage Pail Kids were referenced in the art team. Where, like
evil factor vibe.
It's like appealing, but also uncomfortable. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a little bit of grunge going on, and like you said, that hand-drawn art style is pretty unique. Because nobody does it the same, right? Not really, at least.
Evil Factory.
It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've seen some mentions, and something that I sort of came up just kind of watching it for the first time was a lot of thoughts of like it being a roguelite, but I wanted to drive home that it isn't a roguelite. It's very much an action RPG, but you guys have something very special, which is, I mean, do you guys want to talk about your dungeons a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, the structure of the game, it's kind of like you're exploring a large overworld, not unlike one of the older 2D Zelda games, but scattered throughout this overworld, there's dungeons everywhere. We have about 25 dungeons right now. In the
25 dungeons?
And all of the dungeons are procedurally generated. So, and they all have completely different themes as well. So, like, we have some standard things like, you know, a prison or a mine, but we have a lot of really odd non-standard things like you'll be exploring a UFO or a gingerbread house, or you'll be going inside of a dead dragon, like just
That's cool.
trying to do some weird, bizarre things. And each of the dungeons, while they're procedurally generated, they all have like different rules in their generation. So each dungeon does like have a unique feeling when you go inside of it. But if you do die,
there's been a lot that's been looking pretty solid. Just a couple of them that they showed and talked way too long about. That was like,
and it gives you a chance
to
try and create a new build.
That's it. It was there's some that was like,
and try and be more.
Why are we talking about this? Like this one deserves to be talked about.
And another thing we do as the game progresses,
in my opinion, like it looks really good. Like that one about the fishing and stuff like that, the Minecraft Pokemon game looked alright.
It's like ultra powerful
and stuff, but this one,
because the dungeons will present.
Yeah, man, this one looks really good.
So you'll have to kind of mix and match. Not only because you want to try and push down the form tree by doing quests as different forms to unlock more classes, but because some of the dungeons you just won't be able to do with certain forms because those forms won't be well suited with their abilities to do that dungeon. So, yeah.
The fact that they got like just randomly generated
try to find the most broken
dungeons
thing I
and
could
stuff like that's
possibly
pretty cool.
find, just play it the whole time. Now I can't.
We still do some from time to time. We do like give the player some places where they can just put together their best, most powerful form, just because we want you to be able to feel that experience. But there are some builds that feel pretty broken, so we can't just let you do that all the time. Yeah.
Dang it! I mean, speaking of very powerful things, you showed a couple. It looked like bosses straight up from the trailer, and that's like where
this looks
my
cool.
bread and butter comes from. Is what I'm always interested in. It's like, oh, the dungeoning is like super fun and super awesome. Where's the boss? And what sort of things can you tell us about maybe some of these high level enemies?
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Okay, I share your love of bosses. They're in the game. They're not as much of a focus. They do exist. I think the like enemies and the hazards in the dungeons are almost more like the bosses, if that makes sense. Because
yep, yes it does.
Okay, because like Ryan was saying, some dungeons like they all have their different themes, and some of them are pushing like really hard in certain directions. Like, I just came in this dungeon and there's like poison everywhere and there's projectiles flying at me everywhere. Like, and you're like, okay, well, what forms and what abilities can I use to like overcome this? And that's kind of the focus of the dungeon. So then like a final encounter within that dungeon could just like lean more heavily on that.
If this has co-op, it'd be kind of cool, or just some kind of multiplayer. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, there are a lot of games that sort of focus on well, this is cool. You're building up.
No, I think this is nobody saves the world. I guess.
Gotta get to the boss.
Yeah.
This sounds like it's very much going to be a challenge all the way through. And I mean,
coming up next,
am I wrong in saying
live
that
interview
you're going to
Among Us?
I mean, obviously you're going to be having fun the whole time, but are you going to be restarting pretty often if you're not necessarily like just a savant at what these kinds of games bring to you?
I don't think so. We're not trying to go for like ultra hard difficulty.
You've seen that.
We don't want
evil
villain to be, like,
villain
dying too frequently, and
evil villain.
Although there are some places that are pretty difficult, like there are a few key dungeons that you'll have to do throughout the course of the game that are more difficult, and those are the ones that I was mentioning where we kind of like allow the player more flexibility on what their build is going to be going into those dungeons, because we want them to feel like they're creating like really powerful.
I like this. I like this. If it has some kind of co-op, this would be cool.
Probably clear them in like a small number of attempts. And like I said, there's a lot of dungeons though, and we really want the players to be like moving through the world and exploring this vast overworld, meeting its inhabitants, and also jumping into all the dungeons that they're finding, and not just be stuck on a dungeon and looping on a dungeon for too long. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds like you don't want something to be too frustrating. It's pretty cool. I just like the visuals of looking at the tree and how it kind of flows together.
Oh yeah.
It seems really easy to read, which is a relief for a lot of things that have been, just kind of everywhere. It seems like you really paid attention to how everything looks, which is cool. You mentioned also that there's a lot of high-level story. Is there something that we should look forward to sort of getting into as far as like getting fully immersed in? What sort of story are we going to be looking at?
There's a lot of variety, I would say. I guess that's like a blanket statement about the whole game, is us trying to be like charming and varied as much as possible. But like,
understood.
I would personally say to look forward to some of the characters you will meet. Like, my favorite is Marty Joe, the hammer curse, who is just like a person cursed to be a walking, talking hammer. He's got a really good storyline going on. But yeah, there's all kinds of many strange people in many strange situations that you're going to meet. And actually, it kind of ties into the quests that like have been described a bit already, but the ones we talked about are kind of like combat quests. But the story allows for a whole lot of other quests. Like one of them is to get sat on, or one of them is to like fall in love, and like so you're just, you know, you'll always be finding these things as you're going through the world. It's an exciting part of the story to me.
That's awesome. No, that's cool. It sounds like there's a lot to look forward to. I mean,
on your lag
just characters in general are fun to sort of get attached to.
For you.
I'm hoping you don't make us sad with any of these characters. I'm not going to ask you to react to that or anything, but I mean, you know, there was a whole thing going on Twitter. It's like, don't cry, it's just a video game, but look at this game.
Definitely, I'd say maybe
I feel like these types of games,
maybe about 10 that they've shown so far has piqued my interest.
So,
and then the other ones have been like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then there's been some like,
hopefully I do not get too sad with these things,
but so far it's been about
really awesome.
It's been about 10 or so.
Is there
that I can
anything
say that I like.
that we may have missed that you would like to show off today about Nobody Saves the World?
I think we covered most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's wanting to get out.
No, that's
Grant's
fantastic.
wanting to get out. He's like, yeah.
Before we fully wrap up, where can we find Nobody Saves the World? Where can we see online, and what sort of things should we be following right now?
You can definitely follow us on Twitter, Drinkbox Studios. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and we just today, even maybe just like right now, we're opening up a public Discord for the studio. So you can, if you want to know more about the game, see more cool stuff from the game, please follow us on Discord. I think it's like discord.gg/drinkbox.
That's cool.
Yeah, those are the places to follow us.
Oh, fantastic! Awesome. Thank you all so much. Thanks to Graham and Ian for joining me. Thank you to everybody for watching this.
Can't stun on them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they've shown off any of it right now. So if they do, at some point, that'd be great.
You all. We're going to throw it right back to Story Mode Bay and Trisha. Thank you both for joining me, and thank you all so much for watching. See you guys.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Thank you so much to Dan Otaj and Drinkbox Studios for that interview. Oh my gosh, Nobody Saves the World. I really like the fact that there's so many generated dungeons, so the gameplay almost doesn't feel repetitive. Trisha, how do you feel about it?
I thought it looked awesome. I mean, I was watching chat the whole time during that interview, and I saw Simo Maso in chat says perfect mix of RPG and roguelike, which I thought, yes, that's a good way to describe it. Because I mean, there were a lot of people saying, "Oh, roguelike," and we heard Ian and Graham say, "Well, kind of, but also not really." But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love here from the from kind of the quirky characters and interesting side missions that they talked about. That I do think it's going to have a lot of replayability. I do think this is a world that I know for myself I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in. I think that Nobody Saves the World looks definitely interesting. Do you think it's something you'll probably stream?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to check it out. And I love what you said, too, about the replayability, because I feel like there's so many games where you play and it's almost like it's one and done. But no, I want to get my money's worth. I want to play this a couple of times over and feel so excited about each playthrough that I do. So yeah, I'm definitely checking this out.
All right.
Chat at home, what are you guys thinking? Is there a game that you're super excited about that you've seen from the trailers already, or a game that you're looking forward to? I mean, looking at the chat, I have a good feeling about what they're looking forward to. I'm seeing a lot of hype for Stalker. I'm seeing a lot of hype for Among Us. I know
a lot of hype for Among Us. But Among Us got hype like that still?
But I mean, we've got so much to get into today.
Chat,
so let's go ahead and keep this party rolling. We've had so many great game announcements already today, but next up we have a number of titles never before revealed. Dun dun dun, that's right, new game trailers. Let's take a look at those now.
Yes. Thank you.
This is our world, or canon. It is a world gifted with magnificent and generous nature.
Oh, it's one of those
sometimes
games.
Harsh. Besides ourselves, the Marios, our canon is home to the Pesca.
Damn, her legs is long as hell, bro. What the hell?
Zephs, the
She got them
Arctons,
Chun-Li legs.
and the Oasis.
Like, them legs was like 70% of her body.
Oh, we must not forget the Migmies.
A lot of people
Migmies bring
still
our
play
people
Among Us?
together
Really?
and carry around crates containing an essential ingredient for our society. This ingredient is called a harmelin. The harmony between our people depends on it.
Low-key kind of not feeling this as
And
much.
last but not least, let me tell you about us. We are
Definitely
the
looks like a
demigods. Our
JRPG.
mission is to fight
Like an
and
old
defeat
school
the noises,
JRPG.
the mysterious monsters that threaten our beautiful harmony. The demigods will not allow anyone
that say
to disrupt
noise?
or canon's harmony.
Yeah, it's not up my alley. Yeah, definitely RPG. No, JRPG.
Ascend!
Maybe. Oh, it is coming to Game Pass. I ain't see no PlayStation there. She really got nobody, just legs, right? That's what it looked like. I thought they was about to hit you with that mighty way out for a second. I was like, what in the hell is this? What? What? A motion blur, damn. I don't know if I'm like I don't know how I feel about this so far. Like honestly, I really don't know how I feel about that. It's like some points the environment looks crazy good, and then at some points it don't. Last Oasis. Out now, Xbox One. Sea of Thieves. Dry Islands. TLC. Oh, you got to work on that frame rate. Oh, you got to work on that frame rate. Now, for the person that said something about XCOM earlier, this looks like your XCOM. Yeah, this is definitely like your XCOM style. Oh, you can still run around? Was it just combat that's like that? What is this, RuneScape? I don't know. Oh, coming 20. What is this? What's this, tractor simulator? No, lawnmower simulator? I think it really is. I think this is Lawnmower Simulator. Are you joking? Oh my god. I feel like that's what it's like somebody's gonna give their dad. Be like he's just gonna be sitting up there just like, all y'all do is play that Xbox, and then be like, well, we went and got you next gen Lawnmower Simulator. Put it in. Like, bruh, really? I swear. How did I know it was gonna be something goofy like that? Oh my gosh. Loot River? I'm not worried about it. Oh, that's kind of cool. You gonna be playing all night?
So much.
Like, look how I got this grass looking. Look at them lines. Perfect.
There's a lot.
Can't nobody cut grass better than me.
Lost Oasis looks great. Lost
Well,
Eidolons is maybe how you pronounce
the
it.
Jetsons on the street. They got
Loot River,
Tractor Simulator.
awesome,
they got Farming Simulator.
Very
they got
for
it
some
all.
Of those things. Lawn
And I
mowing
think they
simulator
just
made
got
me giggle. If you want a really
Lawnmower
intense,
Simulator.
very accurate.
This is gonna be competing. Two family dads compete.
Could be you.
Who got the best?
But Last Oasis
you see him in the
is out
Xbox
right now on Xbox One.
At an Xbox party.
Yeah, that
you
is
ain't
incredible.
Shit.
And again, like you said, there's so many fans
shit.
at home watching.
Your line don't
you
never
guys go
look
play,
better
go
than
download.
mine.
It looks
Bruh,
incredible.
I swear.
Now, I do have a couple of questions about Lawn Mowing Simulator because is there a story mode? Are you just kind of mowing the lawn casually? I'm interested. I have a couple of questions about it. But that last trailer for Loot River, oh yeah, I'm excited for it.
Bruh,
it's almost like you're moving in a puzzle type of motion. It's like an adventurous Tetris, if you will. Oh, I want to play it.
Oh yeah, and the second that I see
Plumbing
Super Hot
Simulator
Presents before any
2022.
trailer, I'm like, yes, please,
I swear.
let's get that. It looks like it'll be challenging mixing the puzzle
business,
play
right?
with the combat,
Man,
and
that's
the art
funny.
style looks cool. The second I saw
That
the
is
Dr.
funny.
Helmet and like wiping the blood off the front of it, I was
Lawnmower
like, oh,
Simulator.
rad. I'm into it.
You got
and Lost
Goat
Eidolons
Simulator.
was like everything I love about the medieval character creator.
What do you got?
with what
Hunt
looked
Simulator,
to
something
be
like that too now?
tactical combat. I don't know if we can specifically tell that from the trailer, but that's at least what it seemed to me. Which, when you combine those
Right.
two things, that is something I am definitely up for as well. It looked really cool.
Absolutely. Now, which one was the one with the guy and he was flying in the air? Was that Lost?
I'm gonna be like,
or
yo,
am
if you playing that,
thinking
then I
about
know for a
different
fact.
one? I'm trying to remember all these
But
titles.
you don't
They
know
were
what game
so
it is. You out of
good.
touch.
But that one looked exciting too.
You out of
Maybe
touch.
Last Oasis. Last Oasis was the one with like.
Oh
the
yeah, I
cool
forgot about
airships
Truck
that
Simulator. How can I
everybody's,
forget about
cuddling,
that?
And it kind of takes place in
maybe.
a desert.
I mean, we do have
so
what?
it might
Flight
be
Simulator
that you
now,
were
but it's
thinking
not
of.
out for
But yeah,
Xbox
really,
Series
really
X
fun trailers. I'm
and
glad
stuff
to see
yet, which
everyone
will
in
be
chat
coming to
get
Game Pass. I
hyped
actually
for
kind of
some
want to try that.
games. Next up on the showcase today,
No
our
cap.
next guest is one
I
of
kind
the
of want to
creative
try it
minds
just for
and
some fact
developers
that you can go
behind the small little indie
anywhere
title
flying.
that some
Kinda
of
wanna try it.
you might know, called Among Us. And on March 31st, a new map, the airship, speaking of airships, is dropping into the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for the new map now.
And then they'll be talking. I think, didn't they show this off before? I think so.
Welcome, recruit. Get yourself acquainted with the layout of the Top-Hat airship. Enough slacking, go do your tasks.
Oh, is this new task
You need to
now?
take a ladder to get to certain areas. Or maybe just take a nice shortcut. Quit grouping up. Choose a room to start in after a meeting. Someone keeps trying to sabotage us. Stop their plan. Keep your
Watch it
eyes
add more
peeled.
like
We
death
definitely have
animations and
imposter
stuff now. First of all, it never works like that in Among Us. Never. There's usually you gotta sit there and wait for somebody
Hello,
to
Victoria.
walk out the
How are
room
you
just to get
today?
somebody else or something.
I
It
am
don't ever
great.
happen.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime you get in one of them
Of course.
little
Thank you so much for being
loops
here.
and stuff
The chat
in the
is
vents,
so hype.
somebody
like,
gonna
they
see
are
you gonna pop
moving
up. You gonna be
so
standing right in front of like 6
incredibly
people.
fast.
They just
I
gonna
think
turn and look at it and be like,
everyone is
very
beyond
honored.
Yes, I think everyone
Call
is
a meeting.
beyond excited, not only for Among Us, but this new map coming out. What can you tell us about the airship?
Yeah, so the airship is actually dropping on.
everyone
in
got
like
a buddy.
5
That's what I'm
days.
saying.
Oh my
Like
goodness,
everybody's
5
got the
days.
buddy system.
So soon.
So it's
Like,
very soon.
no one
yeah,
is
it's going to
just
be our
by
biggest map
themselves
ever. It's going to come with an account system. We have some free hats coming with it, as well as some cosmetics that you can buy. There will
How
be
can
all
you
new
find
tasks.
bodies? I don't know.
There's going to be
Maybe
ladders
that's why they
and
made it
moving
bigger.
platforms. It's going to
So it'd be a little bit harder to find bodies and stuff
hopefully
like
a lot
that.
of fun for everyone to play with, and we are really excited for it to finally be out.
Can you tell us, for those of us that really like to play imposter, or get chosen as imposter,
Yeah, I hope
can
not.
you tell us what the venting system is like? Is this going to have a fully connected vent system for that pro level play?
Oh, you know.
You don't none of them play
I'm
that?
so excited. I'm so excited to see
Probably
how
not.
everyone gets around to murdering each other.
Oh, I cannot wait to, in the best ways, murder my friends. But with that being said, I thought it was really
She said she went
interesting
really
from
dark
the
on that one for a
trailer that
second.
after meetings, you're able to select what room you spawn back in.
Yeah,
That's pretty
so
cool.
you know it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll like definitely change up the strategy. And if you spawn in the same room as the imposter and it's just you two, good luck.
I mean, whoops. Do you have any pro strats for people encountering a map that has dual level play?
Yeah, just run as fast as you can. just trust no one, run as fast as you can. You know, all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a lot, and we hope like in the future to make bigger lobbies so you can have more
She's a
players.
villain,
but
low-key, that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
coming
saying.
in the future. So
Like she said that way too dark. She was like, "Yeah, I can't
Now,
wait."
I did recently
to,
learn that
in
the
the
airship is
best
going to be
way,
the biggest map
murder
available.
my
Does
friends.
that mean that there will be new tasks
Like-
available as well, or new death animations maybe?
Pick her up at.
yeah, so there's going to be all new tasks available, and there will be one new death animation if you buy
My God,
the
have a
additional
good one.
cosmetic pack that comes with it. As you can see, it's based on Henry Stickmin, which is another game that we
hello.
made in the past. So there it is. It's Right Hand Man's kill animation. So we're hoping people
Like
have
it
a lot
never,
of fun
it
with
never works like that. It never works like
Oh
that.
man,
It's always
are
somebody
you
sees
allowed
you.
to tease what the new hats are?
You saw lots of it in the trailer, but we will have
Okay.
some new free hats, such as a unicorn hat, like a little heart, some angry eyebrows, zipper, a chocolate ice cream hat that is definitely not poop. It's definitely chocolate ice cream and nothing
Definitely
else.
not poop.
Definitely doesn't look like anything else.
Thank you for
I
specifying.
think it's red. No, bro, they
With
lying.
that
First of
being
all, we all
said,
know
do
as soon as you
have
get
any
in,
personal
blue's
favorites about
sus.
this new map?
Blue's already dead. I don't care. Blue's sus.
Honestly, okay,
Blue is
so I know
sus.
it doesn't.
I
I don't
no,
know why
no.
I'm so excited about
stop it.
ladders, but I am.
Stop the cap. It's always
like
blue is
something.
sus.
It's just so simple, and there's really nothing
blue
that
is
special about it.
dead.
But I just love the like simplicity of
Oh,
ladders.
then you killed him. So you sus. You know he's dead. You
Simplicity
sus.
or complexity
What
for
happened?
the players. So I wonder, you said this is going to switch up people's strategies. How much are you watching gameplay? Are you watching streamers to say, all right, here's the main strategies that people are running with right now that would consider themselves, pro level
No, dude,
at
key
Among Us,
cards
because
off
there are
first
people
try,
out there
right?
who are very good at this game. How much of their gameplay do you watch when thinking like, oh man, we need to switch it up?
Everyone voting hard. Yeah.
Oh, it really depends, right?
As soon as
so we
somebody
do
says
try to
someone's
keep
sus,
up
everybody.
and- there's a lot. Thankfully, we're very grateful to have a lot of people who play Among Us, so that's really cool. But we do, try to keep up and see who's playing and kind of their strategies and see the kinds of cool things they come up with. But within ourselves, actually, like with our game design,
that's all it is.
With our own
I seen
QA
Red just sitting in the corner by himself in one room.
It's really a mix of like our own.
So what was you doing? You weren't doing the task? No, I was just watching him.
And also just seeing how the community runs with it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like things like, visual tasks being able to be on and off, having the taskbar fill immediately, stuff like that, that it's kind of like through playing
strategies?
it, you're like,
man, this game is not strategy. This game has no luck in it.
Like,
it is straight up, if you're playing with friends, it's who you can piss off the most. Ain't nobody care about winning.
I'm sure Brianna
it's literally
and
who
both relate to this, but it's like,
they're trying to piss off
Among Us with my
the
family
most.
members that don't game very often,
And
my
that's
settings
facts.
are going to be very different than if I'm playing with a bunch of streamer friends that are 24/7 Among Us players.
Yes.
12 minutes, Deb.
Definitely. Yeah, I think the cool thing, right, is just to see all the different kinds of people that come together to play Among Us, right? It's not, we've had classrooms of people playing, we've had families playing. It's been really nice to see.
Oh, that's so cool. I am kind of curious because I have being an imposter on my mind. Are you able to maybe kill someone on a ladder or one of those moving platforms, or is that off limits?
Unfortunately, it's off limits, but the fact that you thought of that, I'm like, all right, someone's ready. Someone is just ready to kill on these things.
I can
she's a psycho.
On a ladder. Story mode
I know. Oh my goodness.
She's a
flopping
psycho
on the floor.
Leave
Just
it
push
to
it
me.
off the moving platform.
This is no cap.
If it happens,
Are you?
we know who is
Can you
sus.
push somebody and kill somebody
so I
on
have
the
to ask
ladder
you,
so
Victoria,
you don't float spot?
how much do you play Among Us on, like, I would say a weekly
What'd she
basis?
say?
Are you like, hey man, this is my work, I kind of need a timeout in my personal life, or are you just
People go
24/7
camp ladder.
Yeah, because it's my work, I try to separate it. Like, I'll play it for charity and stuff. But the thing is like, I'm not actually a great imposter. Like, Forrest, who's our programmer, accurately called me out for being an imposter because no one was dying. Like, I was too anxious to kill everyone. So I don't really play it in my off time, but for work, obviously I will.
Fair enough, fair enough. And speaking of work, I mean, I just have to say, I feel like the team has been incredibly busy within the last year.
I don't think she's talking about Among Us,
How is the
bro.
development team doing?
Real
How
talk.
are you all doing? Kind of transitioning
I
into
don't think
this
she
high
talking about Among
demand
Us.
for the game.
Trisha ain't said a word, bro.
We are, I mean,
look at her down there.
Grateful
She ain't said
and
a word.
excited, and
She's
we
like,
wouldn't
y'all done
trade it
put
for
me
the
up here
world
with
or
a true
anything.
psycho.
But wow, we are tired and anxious.
It's like in that
it's been
it's like in
really,
those 3-minute
like, wild to
periods
see
that we
the
get.
reactions to it and just like playing catch
We're
up
just
with
waiting for other
everything.
stuff to go through.
But
Like they were
with
talking
the
about ladders
launch
or
of the
something
new
like
map
that.
and with the
And
account
then she's
system,
just
we're
like, yeah, because
kind
it's
of
okay.
caught
Can
up,
you
so
push
we're
somebody
hoping
off
that
the
we can
ladder?
get more
Kill
regular
somebody on the
updates
ladder?
out and
And she's
talk
like,
more. But it has been a really, really wild 2020 and 2021 at this rate.
Yeah,
Extremely.
I bet. I see Riash45 in chat says, thank you to the devs for this
That's
game.
literally
And
what she's like.
I'm trying
She's
to
like,
keep
wrap
up with you here,
this
chat, but
up.
it's going so fast because there is so much hype. To see
Thank
you,
you.
Victoria, and to have you answer questions here live on the stream is just super cool.
With murder
and to get a
on her mind.
preview
That's
of
what I'm
this new
saying.
map and,
Like, who hurt her?
I'm sorry, I just laughed.
Whoever
at
hurt her about the
that
pain.
murder ball animation that just happened right there.
Hello,
Yeah,
Neighbor
the airship
3
looks super
story-based
cool. As you
secret.
mentioned, it's coming in what 5 days now. If
Yeah,
people did
That's
want
what it
to-
sounds like.
Yeah,
That sounds like it's where we're
pre-order or
going.
Get their hands on any of this
'Cause
content. or at
dang,
least
man.
Ensure that they will be getting their hands on this content on the 31st. Where can people do that?
Well, the great thing is, if you've already bought Among Us, whether that's on PC or mobile, it will automatically update. It's a free update. It will be there for you on March 31st.
That's cool.
And then in 2021, it will be coming to Xbox consoles. I don't have a specific date for you yet, but that's the news.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm
And-
very excited about it coming to console for sure.
I bet you are.
Mhm. And with the console, can you say whether there's cross-platform play as well?
Yes.
If she
Yes,
threw in
there
a
will be
yes bitch at the
cross-platform
end of
play
that,
because
I would have
you
knew
wanna play with all your
exactly
friends.
she was ready to kill. I would have known.
We love that. We absolutely love that. Victoria, I don't know where time went. Things flew by so fast. We could literally talk to you all day long. But if anyone has any questions or wants to know where to find you, do you have maybe a social platform that you prefer people to reach out on?
See, this one wasn't that long either. I don't know why they took so long.
You can find us on Twitter most of the time.
That cooking one and the one at the beginning. They must have like been like, okay, y'all took way too long. Let's shorten these up. That's probably what those breaks were.
Awesome. Well,
was
Victoria,
them telling them, hey, y'all gotta like shorten these up.
By the ID at Xbox showcase today. Thank you for coming by Twitch Gaming, and hopefully we'll see you here soon.
Trust her.
Thank you for having me.
Look at her.
And thank you, chat.
She's like, I'm gonna murder everybody.
That was so fun.
Bro.
I can't wait to jump into that new map, and I can't wait to see what the new tasks are and, you know, how to adjust your strategy accordingly. I saw the people in chat saying Trisha is sus. Everybody always thinks I'm the imposter, even when I'm not, and I don't know why.
Everybody, no, it ain't always her. It's you.
But you know what? I'll take it, and then we'll adjust my strategy accordingly.
It might be the worst
what kind
game
of imposter are you?
No, bro, that's Ninja.
You know, I like to say
that's
I'm
Ninja Blade.
strategic, but sometimes when that imposter title flashes across the screen, it's like I kind of black out a little bit. Maybe I get a little hungry and crazy with power, and I'm just like, yes, the first person I see, oh yeah, that's who I'm going for. And all my little plan just goes out the window. I panic sometimes. It's fine.
I try my best to have a nice clean kill when you can like get somebody alone and then vent out of there real quick, but it doesn't always work that way. You know, sometimes you have a kill and then 3 other players walk in.
It gets
and
messy.
I've watched it happen. It's the luck of the draw sometimes, but the more clean kills, the better. All right, folks, we have so much more show left today in the ID at Xbox Showcase.
When the imposter
Death's Door
says right?
Devs are up next, and then more exclusive gameplay trailers. Huzzah! And again, just a lot more content to show you. So don't go anywhere.
Racist with a cold-blooded killer, right? FBI gonna watch her now. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, she a psycho, bro. She got that black Air Force energy. Dude, does she not? Like, my plans just go out the window. I guarantee all the producers that's sitting back watching this right now were just like, who is she? It was like probably in mid-show. They was like, didn't we have another white chick that's supposed to be hosting this? Wait a minute, yeah. Why is she hosting this? What? Like, who let her in here? It was like, I feel like she was like the Uber driver that got in the house. Bruh. FBI be like, who is this? She on some Flight Reacts X types? Honestly, I still haven't even watched that video, Flight Reacts X. I still haven't even watched that. She really started rubbing her talking about I black out when I start killing like me. No! It's like you swiping on Tinder. You just like, ooh, she bad. She get over and she like, with a knife, how you doing? You late. I just hit swipe. What? How'd you know where I live? Bruh, who got her? Who hired her? Xbox application said kill, kill, kill. Like, that's what I'm saying. Shake your hand with a knife in her. Ah. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, she a little psycho. She a little psycho. If we come back in and it's another chick that's replaced her, Then we know she wasn't supposed to be there. She looked like she escaped the mental institution, and she was like the most crazed killer of all time. And she hiding in plain sight. Like I'm telling you. Oh, they're still playing that music.
Hello, everyone.
They took a break to calm her down.
ID at Xbox Showcase right here on Twitchgaming. Coming up, we have very special interviews with the
Somebody was
developers
running in, giving her the meds and stuff.
Interviewed by Stallion83 and Technique is going to be able to chat with the developers behind.
Calm her down. Calm her down.
Ooh, this is a good show.
She rubbing them hands
but
again.
First, streamer Stallion83, like you said, will chat with the devs behind the new game Death's Door. So in Death's Door, you'll be playing as the Crow, where reaping souls of the dead is all part of an honest day's work. But the job gets lively.
Everybody's like,
"Is
"Is Trisha okay?"
Is stolen, and you must track down a desperate thief to a realm untouched by death, where creatures grow far
She heard
past
death. She
their
was like,
expurity
"Ooh.
and
Look,
overflow
look.
with greed and power." Let's take a look at this trailer now.
She low key psycho, bro. Exactly. She's psycho, bro. Real talk. We gotta watch out for her. We gotta watch out for her. Is that Crow smoking? That's Brianna. That's who that was. They letting us know. That was Story Babe. I feel like this game's gonna be up somebody's alley. I do. You play the game because it's birds or you love birds? Okay, Death's Door. She coming back to seeing this? Oh no.
Now that was very cool. I'm Stallion83. With me today, Mark and Dave, and they are here to talk about Death's Door. Thank you guys for joining me.
Surprised it wasn't Brianna again.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah.
No problem. So I want to know about.
It's supposed to be an add-on to Minecraft Dungeon. The movement is too similar.
He's awesome. He's a badass crow. I want to know the inspiration behind the crow.
Well, we thought that crows were kind of relevant to the theme of death.
I feel like she's got like every sword. I feel like she's got the Daedric
game
sword.
Really there. It's kind of a dark, kind of mysterious
all the
bird,
Daedric
but they're also pretty cute
weapons
and
in Skyrim.
funny. So
I feel like she's got like all of them somewhere hanging up, like full actual props made of metal, sharp as hell.
Really, really cool.
In all seriousness.
So, what can you tell us about the story in Death's Door?
So it's set in a world where. Oh, got a bit of lag. Sorry. It's set in a world where nothing dies naturally anymore.
This does look.
So this group of crows who work in this office that we saw in the trailer,
and it's running in really good frames as well.
The soul of the dead and maintaining some kind of
this could
order
be like
in
one
this
of those
world.
like sleeper indie games that's actually
kind
of nice.
Crows, and you get sent to a place where nothing
like,
has died for many centuries.
only like a few people
so as you can imagine,
play, but then they swear up and down that this game is like fire.
Very cool.
And everyone needs to play it.
So is this a roguelike? To me, it looks like
that's
a
what that
roguelike,
reminds me of.
Or is it an RPG? What type of game?
That's what that reminds me of. It looks like it could be one of them sleepers.
It's just one storyline that's single player, so you can play it from start to finish, and it's like an entire experience. It has some light RPG elements in it, so
it could be good on Switch. Yeah, if it was on Switch, that'd be good. That'd give Switch owners something to do. I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of stuff coming out for Switch.
and out in the world you'll have loads of different secrets to discover.
I really
so
don't hear that much
100% the game. There's like
on
a
the
lot
Nintendo Switch.
of juicy secrets in the
so
world.
if you own a Switch or something like that, man, let me know.
Speaking
let me know
of
if there's a lot of things because my buddy
the
on
achievements
Switch.
looking like in this game?
And
I have to ask you that question.
I asked him the other
It's
day if there was
mandatory.
anything coming out. He was like,
well, yeah, that's
I ain't
part
heard
of it,
nothing.
because we had so much fun making this game with so many secrets and so much like little
This looks
touches
kinda- it looks
and different
kinda
things
nice.
we could do. We had a lot of fun coming up with the achievements as well. Probably, I think one of the most fun ones at the very start of the game, you can actually pick up an abandoned umbrella in this office where all the crows work,
Appreciate
and
that.
you'll get an achievement for using that for every battle in the game. It's
Appreciate that.
basically
Oh my God.
a very weak weapon that is half as powerful as any other weapon in the game. So it's a hard
Monster
mode for
Hunter
people who wanna
came
do that
out
kind of
today.
thing.
Oh yeah, so that's good.
So that might be the most challenging achievement.
Switch
that one right there.
May well be, yeah. I haven't even.
Man, I don't know
attempted
what
it
else is
myself,
going to
so
be
I
coming
can't
out or
comment on that.
anything.
Oh wow! So with a game called Death's Door, are players going to die a lot in this game?
There'll certainly be
yeah,
a few
yeah.
deaths to
It's
have to
gonna
go through, yeah.
it's gonna make you be
just-
good.
It's
Is
the
it hard
kind
as
of game
nails,
where you.
basically?
I wouldn't say it's hard as nails. Like if anyone's played our previous game, Titan Souls, that would be described as probably hard as nails. But this is a bit more forgiving, a bit more accessible. But we still think it will present a good challenge for anyone who was a fan of the old game.
Yeah, I think this one is certainly a very intense.
Yeah, it's gonna be like all
and
those
it's
people that play
definitely
like
going to challenge you,
Bloodborne,
But one thing that we wanted to do this time
Demon
around
Souls,
was create
and all that
something where
stuff
if you
are gonna be
hitting
wanting
a
to play,
wall
or
with,
Dark
like,
Souls and everything
a
are gonna be
really
wanting to play
ridiculously hard
this
boss,
game.
You don't just have to keep
Because of that,
trying
like,
over and over again.
hard
You will
element
have
to it.
Options you can do.
I can see that.
Different things you can do to prepare. So you might want to go and get more souls, which lets you upgrade your stats a bit, enhance your play style, or you might want to go and search the world for various secrets. So there's alternate weapons that you might feel more comfortable with, and you can also find upgrades for all the abilities that you have access to. So yeah, we want people to be able to take different approaches and overcome challenges in their own way.
Okay, so what can you tell us about the combat system, and how many different weapons can we use in this game?
I probably won't say the exact number of weapons, but there's a few to like change up your play style if people want to play with a more fast-paced, or maybe they want to use a big heavy weapon. And the combat was kind of inspired by games like Hyper Light Drifter, maybe a little bit of Hotline Miami. It's kind of like fast-paced, and you have to play quite reactively to your surroundings. Like things can change a lot. You just have to be on your toes all the time.
And we were also really careful to make sure that all of the moveset that you have is very fast, very fluid, very responsive.
Very
so
interesting.
Every action you perform, it'll be executed within very few frames of you pressing the button. So you have that kind of nice, rapid fluidity.
I can see the speed
gives
runners
you what
trying to
you
go
need
through.
to overcome any kind of challenge.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah, you want to take the same reactive.
Incredible. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you want
Mark.
to take the same kind of reactive like interaction like Titan Souls, like pixel
I can
art
see
kind of
this
games,
being
and
a-
then
I
bring
can
it
see
to
this
the
being on
3D world
Switch.
as well.
Okay,
I
so
can
what about
see this being on Switch.
replayability? How much replayability will this game have?
I think like the first thing I would recommend doing when they're starting and when they finish the game, then the first thing I would suggest is to continue that save, because we actually let you carry on afterwards, and there's loads of secrets to uncover in the world, loads of different things to do. Like we were saying before, it's a really fun one to 100%. And then beyond that, then because we've got this kind of light RPG system, you can go for a different build if you wanted to replay it. And
That's
it does
cool.
change quite a lot. So you can focus on something that's far more speed and magic based, or something that's more down to brute strength and range and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think that would be the best way to enjoy its replayability.
So how many bosses are we looking at? We're looking at, like, what is this right here on screen right now? Is that a castle boss? It looks really awesome.
Yeah, that's technically a mini boss, actually. I mean, mini is probably
That's
not
a
the
mini?
right
Oh,
word
wow.
for it, but yeah. So there's quite there's a handful of good
looks
boss
fire.
characters in the game. As you progress through, you kind of the core bosses have their own storylines that develop, and you kind of interact with them a few times while you're on your journey. So by the time you get to them, you maybe know a bit of their backstory, and you're going through their area of the world, which is
I like it.
They've left their mark on the world.
Yeah, we really want to show how these bosses have adapted
Final
to the
boss with
strange
10
situation
forms?
that's going on in
That's
this world,
funny.
and how they've become these
I
like
know
overly
she's
powerful
got. I know she
beings,
has to see.
and like
She's
Mark was
getting
saying,
like
how they've
memes and
affected the
stuff.
world around them. So there's a lot of kind of each chapter of the game has a bit
couple
of
of
build
good
up, learning about this boss,
games.
potentially even meeting them,
Still
and
some
then
like
when you do get
ones,
to the
but you missed
bosses,
a couple
it's
of
like a
decent
culmination of that chapter.
For sure.
And there are opportunities to up everything.
This one
to
right
11,
now that's up
basically.
on screen is actually a pretty solid looking
So,
game.
when can players get their hands on this game? When is this coming out?
We're actually pretty far along with it. We're almost content complete. We're just polishing and we're fixing bugs. So we're hoping to launch this summer.
Okay.
Awesome, man. That sounds great. What about like DLC? You guys got anything planned for DLC down the line?
We're focused on making sure
We're just,
that. Sorry, yeah, we're focusing on making sure that the core experience is a full, satisfying thing where, you know, if you want to explore when you're playing the game, you know that that world is entirely realized. There's nothing we're waiting to add later. So we're focusing on the core single-player narrative experience for now, and then, yeah, maybe we'll consider other things after.
So possible
if, fans want to follow, you know, more information about this game.
Possible
where can
either
they find the
co-op
updates for
or
this?
multiplayer.
And they should follow us on Twitter.
That's pretty cool.
Acid Nerve, and we'll be sure to keep everyone updated.
So you're
And
just
check out
two
the website,
guys, right?
playthatstore.com as
Two
well.
guys make this game. Is that correct? Two
Yeah,
people?
we handle quite a lot between us, but we also have an art team. So we have this awesome team of a couple of concept artists and a 3D modeler who work with us as well. So it's them who've created all of the assets that we need to
They
bring
really
our
do keep
ideas
talking
to
over
life.
each other.
But yeah, we wear quite a lot of hats between the two of us as well. It's quite a good collaborative project where everyone has a lot of creative input.
Okay, that's awesome. So the noir world, when the trailer starts out, are we gonna be in the game in that, or was that just for the trailer? Is that like the hub or something?
Yeah, that acts as a hub world. So as you progress through the game, which is one like consistent open world,
See, he's a designer, programmer,
you'll
and
find
then
these
designer
like,
and
keyholes that you
musician.
can unlock, and they kind of introduce shortcuts back into this hub world. So the actual main world is like this color, overgrown, like interesting place. Then there's the office where the Reapers work, which is kind of a noir, it's kind of depressing, bureaucratic environment.
Couldn't take them.
Yeah, in the trailer I saw like tombs floating. What's in the tombs?
They talked to some of them to kind of hype up a lot of the games
the doors
that
with
they
a
think
bunch
are
of
going to
doors?
sell
Crows work.
or
Yeah, it's called the
be
Hall of
played the
Doors.
most.
So basically,
I don't know.
the way that
I still
the
don't
crows do
understand
their
why
job
they
of moving
had
souls,
soup.
they have these doors which
What
can
was it,
lead them
soup,
to any
pot,
place.
whatever?
So that's how it functions.
I
at
still
the
don't
hub. You
understand
can
why
use
they
the
talk that
doors
much
to
about that game.
Travel
That they
via shortcuts
showed
to
other
anywhere
games in
else the
between
world
that
where you were before.
needed way more discussion
Okay, well,
than that game.
thank you guys for your
still
time.
don't
I
understand.
appreciate it, and we're kicking it back. Thank you guys so
Cool.
much.
Thanks
I
very much for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Thanks.
Oh, Death's Door. Oh, these look good. Now, I do want to say first, you know, shout out to all
There
of
she go again,
the
chat.
developers, but especially these smaller studios. My goodness. I mean, they were even saying between the two of them how many different hats and how many different roles and responsibilities they have to create these amazing games. So shout out to all of you because, oh my gosh, I can only imagine how hard of a job that is.
So much. Yeah, just a team of two. Way to go, Mark and David. Love to see it. And chat was really loving
Black
this
foods.
one. I was trying to pull comments out as we go. I saw Monkey Dwala says for real, instant buy. I am Orvana's, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, said, Devs made a really great game. Love the dark mood.
I come back, the first thing I hear is
tons of love in chat for
good.
the black and white
What's wrong with
atmosphere.
this?
When we see
I don't
kind of the
know.
black and white
She
atmospheric
dark though.
scenes, and
She really is.
I
She's
definitely want to know more about this.
She
world that they're
really
fleshing
is.
out. I think it really, really looks cool. I even saw some people in chat saying potential future.
like right now,
game of
she's
the
doing
year.
this.
So
She's
definitely
not-
loving that.
Mm-hmm,
Again, way to go, team of two, Mark and David.
She's not talking about it.
for
She just
sure.
hears. She's just
Up
hearing
next,
murder,
everyone.
red
Ooh,
rum,
I'm excited about this. Have you ever wondered
decapitation
what
and
it
stuff.
would be
It
like
all in her head
battling
right now.
dinosaurs
That's all she's
with
hearing. That's why she's going.
guns? Or are you hoping to learn what kind of weapons you'll get to use in Stalker 2? Our next batch of trailers will provide many exciting updates to games we're all dying to play. I see you guys in the chat moving. Let's take a look at
you see us talking about how crazy you is
trailers.
too.
Here we go.
They said something about Stalkers 2 now. Hold up. Hold up.
Locked and loaded.
What is this?
Hanging the area. Aim for the weak point.
What the hell is this, chat?
This is where the fun begins.
Dying to play.
Fences up.
Laser tag.
Okay. Oh, damn. Second Extinction. Roaring onto Game Pass. April 28th? Okay. Oh, they got another turn-based game I see here. Okay.
We took care
Left for Dinosaurs.
no one else would. We thought we could keep everything safe, protect everything.
Yeah, I'm not worried about this one.
And we were wrong. What was the difference between the people on the inside or the outside? Neither of them
Corey?
gave a damn about the beings that power our way of life.
This is for me.
Trespassers
If they announce Raging Blast 3 or
creatures for a tiny
Budokai 4 or a remaster of the Dokkan series, I don't think they would out here, but if they did that'd be like a big stage thing because they know that would be a big event, and majority of the people ain't gonna be watching this type stuff. So yeah, how many games? I would say there's probably about somewhere around 50 or so. I would say, if not 50, so maybe 40 or something like that left. 100% of game revenue goes to save rhinos. Oh, okay.
Inti Creates and Sunsoft present the
Oh,
final
Lord.
piece of a trilogy.
I had a feeling it was gonna be something like this. Looks like some old Sega stuff, bro.
On a brand new adventure. The side view
Looks like some
and
old
top-down
Sega
action
stuff, bro.
is more intense than ever before.
This looks like no, Capcom actually, because this reminds me of Mega Man a little bit. Yeah, this reminds me of Mega Man.
In a new dimension. The pinnacle of mutant blasting action is here.
Blaster Master.
Blaster 03.
There's 0, 1, and 2.
A new chapter in Blaster Master history unfolds.
It reminds me of it. Reminds me of Mega Man a little bit.
Inti Creates.
Reminds me of Mega Man.
Hi, my name is Zach, and I'm in charge of PR at GSC Game World. We made the original Stalker trilogy, and now we are developing Stalker 2. The 23rd of March marked the anniversary of the first game in the series, Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Celebrating the date, last year we released the first in-engine screenshot of Stalker 2, followed by the first trailer and the gameplay teaser. That was our way to celebrate 25 years of making games here at GC Game World. This year, we have an anniversary gift for our fans as well. It's an update on Stalker 2. It's not as big as a new trailer just yet, but we hope you will enjoy it. Let's start with something familiar, yet completely renewed. And here is the first look at the updated costumes.
Oh!
The zone is a dangerous place, so it's filled with different factions. The freedom and the duty are two big
okay.
opposing forces. first ones see the zone as a free, ever-growing state, while the second ones would eagerly sacrifice their lives to prevent its spreading. These ideologies will never meet the agreement.
That's cool.
As you may have guessed, you will see them in the sequel. The
that is
recognizable
cool.
design for each faction has been enriched with details. If
Stalker
you look closely,
2.
You can see scuffs, scratches, and sticking out threads.
I think we're getting close to the end. Then, if they're releasing Stalker 2, showing Stalker 2, we should be getting close to the end.
The time has passed, and the new forces emerged in the zone. You can expect to see more factions in Stalker 2. Let's move on. The reception of Stalker 2 has been extremely positive so far, and we are truly grateful for that. Thank you for your passion and your interest. Stalker 2 is a shooter game, and you can't imagine it without the guns, right? Here are a couple of guns you will see in the game. The arsenal will include more than 30 different weapons. Of course, there will be lots of modifications for each gun.
Is that a Remington? No. I don't... There's Smith & West something. It's either Smith & West or Remington. I don't think it's a Remington. I don't think that's a shotgun. Oh, it might. No. Ooh. It might be a shotgun, actually, yeah. That looks like the PKM, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say that looks like... I want to say that's the PKM. You never played Stalker before? I used to see a little bit of... Oh, they showed off... They just showed off a bunch of other guns over there. Okay. No, it's not the MP5. What the hell is that? It's not the PP. Is it the PP90? Or no, it's either P90 or PP90, something like that. 725. Okay. Yes, it is a shotgun. I can't remember what this is. I don't think that's the MP5. The MP5 has a. No, I don't think that's the MP5. Is it? It looks totally different than what I'm thinking of. Oh. That looks like the ACR. Oh. Oh, damn. Yep, they got the new tube on it. They got the noob tube on that mug. School destroyer. Stop it. Oh, damn.
Finally, let's finish with something completely unexpected. We work a lot to fill the world with a decent amount of memorable details, and sometimes it takes us to completely unexpected grounds. Can you see this guy? Quite a charmer, if you ask me. But let's take a closer look at his teeth.
Bro, he looks like he's about to drop the fattest deuce.
And the tooth is gone, or changed, or replaced with a dental crown. All made with our custom teeth tool, one of the many plugins we use in the development process.
That looked good though.
Like that.
That looks good.
Ensure each character looks completely unique. Literally every human in Stalker 2 has one-of-a-kind smile.
Wow.
Or green, I suppose. And that covers up our news for today. Please subscribe to our official social channels to receive up-to-date info.
No, you better show me that trailer.
Or ask any questions. We would be pleased to share more about Stalker 2, including gameplay demonstration, later this year. Until then, good hunting, Stalkers.
I don't see no. Wait, is this the trailer?
Ooh,
that's all you go give me?
My gosh. I mean, there was so much hype in the chat for Stalker 2. I mean, wow, I'm blown away. For those to be a work in progress, they were so detailed. My God.
Bruh,
what did you think about that,
all you giving
Trisha?
me?
Yeah, I mean, hyper-realism. So thank you, Zach, for that update on Stalker 2. I saw a lot of support in chat for the dev team. A lot of love, like you said, Brianna, for this game. The updated costumes look super realistic and fantastic. We got an in-depth look at some of those weapons. And that tooth customization. Oh. Super, super realistic and definitely unexpected for me. I saw 667 Dielos in chat says these graphics are so dope. WTF sexy headphones, which I love. And your name, your Twitch name says absolutely cannot wait to play this game.
Metro
Yet I
Exodus,
hope that the devs take all the time they need
It's
to make it right.
something like that.
I saw a couple people in chat saying like, take
something
your
like
time,
that. But it is a shooter.
Ever. And yeah, it was cool that Zach was able to stop by
got hype,
and show us that update of what they have so far for Stalker 2.
Absolutely. And I love what you said too. I feel like it is so important to give developers the time that they need to push these games out
Stalker
and
2
allow
like
them
3
to do
minutes.
them properly.
That's what I'm saying.
I know there's so much hype behind so many different games, but developers are people too. They need some time. They need to take the rest that they need. Give them some time, and don't worry, you guys will be happy. Just a little bit of patience.
I need that trailer,
and I will wait.
I need that gameplay trailer.
So again, thank you, Zach, for that update. Up next, streamer Technique will sit down with director Luis Antonio about his new game, 12 Minutes, an interactive thriller.
You're probably gonna take 12 minutes just to explain it. I don't want to see that no more.
Look at that trailer now.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower.
This is something silly, I swear. Oh, I think I remember what this is. This is that one where that dude comes in and tries to like break in the house and all this. So I think he's trying to kill y'all or whatever.
To its bud. Think of that bud. Unopened.
Yeah.
Look at it as a whole.
That's what it is.
Then silently repeat these
I haven't played Call of Duty in a year or so.
From suffering. May you be free from fear. May you know.
Why that look like Hitman? Imagine getting a notification 2 hours, like technically 3 hours late. It's almost 3. But yeah, that's YouTube, man. I tried to post a community post.
Hello, everyone.
And I did post a community post and one on Twitter as well.
12-minute time loop over and over again to figure out what's going on in your life. Well, today I have the pleasure to bring in Luis, the director of 12 Minutes, joining me here as Technique, as you guys know.
I wish he didn't have
this game,
his background so blurred, because I see a Spider-Man plush right beside him.
Like, what is this and what's happening?
I know he's got those hexagon RGB lights
butterfly effect
as well.
Time ago. I remember
it looks like he has a couple of
it blew my
figures, but I can't really make them out. I don't know if they're gears.
And tell the chat a little bit about yourself and
or
about
what?
this game, 12 Minutes.
Hey,
but he has those right there.
Yeah, definitely. So 12 Minutes is it's an interactive thriller about a man trapped in a time
kill
loop.
mode.
The whole game happens inside an apartment. You come home from work.
You showed this game a year ago.
Your wife. Then this guy shows up. He accuses your wife of murder, and then he attacks you. You pass out, and then you go back to the start of the evening. And then you have to use the knowledge
some of these
that you accumulate every loop to try to change the outcome.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wish they hadn't had
it all
it blurred
happens
so
inside
much so
the
you can
apartment.
see.
It's all in real time, and
like they definitely had. I seen this. All right, in GameStop, they got Iron Man, War Machine helmets
I love that.
for like
It
$100,
seems so
right?
many setups for failures.
They had
and maybe
the
one
classic
success.
Green Ranger
But before
and
we
White
get into
Ranger
all the complications of the
helmets
game, we have
as well
to
too
know,
at
and I'm pretty
GameStop
sure you got hit with this
for
question.
like $100
When is
as
the
well.
game gonna be
And then they had a
ready? 'Cause
couple
we are
of
ready to
the
get our hands
actual
on
like
this
big
and experience
Power Ranger
12 minutes
figures
to
of the
find
old
out
Mighty Morphin
how
ones for
to
like
overcome
60,
this.
70 bucks, and I was.
So the game we're at the final stage,
I
like
was
final
tempted
stages. We're doing QA,
to get that Green
polishing,
Ranger
a lot
helmet.
of play testing, making
This
sure that the
tempted.
game is really smooth, finalizing the music.
The only reason why I didn't is because I know I won't have room.
It's gonna come out soon, very
up
very
there
soon.
on that shelf to put it. At least not
definitely
yet.
this year.
But
the exact date we don't know yet. But once we do,
this close to doing it, I was about to pull the trigger.
It's happening. It's definitely happening.
I was about to pull the trigger, chat.
We believe you.
I was about
I
to
can
pull
see
the
the
trigger.
progress over the years.
That's all
for
you need
sure.
to know.
But we can't talk about the game without going into.
You might have done it, Loki. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really was. Any interesting games that you missed? You missed a couple. Some of them have been like not up my alley, but I can't speak for everyone about what's up their alley. But definitely, I've seen probably so far about
more detail about that.
Maybe about 15 or 16 games that I've
so
definitely
the
probably
whole
played.
Experience, because the game never.
The rest have been like questionable if I would or not.
It's a bit about how you interpret what's happening, and so it's a very personal, intimate environment.
Probably cost now, bro. Yeah, you could.
3 other characters. I mean, 2 other characters.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
like, I think they might still honestly be there because they were in there and it looked like they had a good little bit of stock.
Like you gotta.
So I'm
connect with these characters and care about what's happening.
Once I get what needs to be done, I might have to go back to
and see where it leads.
Like I might have to go back.
Important factor is connecting with the characters and finding some kind of relatability to feel the emotion that your main character feels, or main characters, I should say. And talking about relatability, everything happens into an apartment, so the control aspect of this game has to be very important. So what kind of controls can we look forward to?
0 figures for
the
sure.
accessibility of controls in the system.
That's what it looked like.
So for 12 minutes, I wanted to.
That's what it.
It's kind of a point-and-click game, but a bit cleaner than the old ones where you never quite know what's going to happen.
Now we wait, right? Now we wait for them to talk about all this, and then once they get done with it, I don't know if they're going to take another break.
Plates. So anything you can pick up, you can combine with other characters or with yourself. And then there's things you can like open the door, close the door, and it might seem that it's not that many interactions, but each one, the characters react to everything you do. So very quickly it branches out into many possibilities.
They were
that's
the old
amazing.
school ones.
Yeah, I saw a tiny bit of the gameplay.
Like they might still have them up on
the stuff that you do
GameStop,
pick up have
like
everything has a
whatever.
consequence, it seems, and
but
it's kind of like a
that
risk
story
reward
looked pretty
system.
cool.
You know, like
this close,
eating dinner. What if you pick up a knife and you try to go after the guy that comes in the apartment? You might have a consequence of that. That's really, really cool. I would love to dig more into the story narrative and the characters. Now you have I'm guessing that's her husband that comes home to see his wife, and they're going to have a nice dinner, and somebody's going to come by at some point and accuse her of murder. Is there anything else you could tell us about that? Like, I mean, does the husband not know about the murder? Like, what's going on?
We watch it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't want to say much because it's but everything you learn will affect how you deal with the situation. So there's not much.
There we go. He must have turned his own stuff down. Because that was loud.
Yeah, that's a tricky question. There's really not much I can tell about the story. Okay. Like I want players really to go in and have a blank slate in how they're going to interpret the situation. But it's pretty.
So have an open mind, pretty much, is how you need to play this game. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, like the situations that you're going to go through. None of them. There's no right or wrong, right? For example, let's say the cop comes in and he starts attacking you, right? You could try to fight or not fight, but
I don't know what the hell. I didn't even realize
will branch
what the hell he was saying at the time.
So you're always learning.
Now you're in time.
You use that knowledge, and the character
come back in, talk reckless, you're banned.
You're gonna try to use that in order to try to change the outcome. So having a blank slate is pretty good for the player, I think.
I don't even.
Absolutely, a lot of the games like this do have a lot of mind tricks involved. But speaking of gameplay,
I wasn't even paying attention to half things.
How the length of the game? I'm pretty sure people are going to be like, okay, I understand this game is called 12 minutes. Is the game actually 12 minutes? Can you expand on the length of the game and give us a little insight on that?
Definitely. So the loop lasts 12 minutes. But for example, when the cop comes in, it's about 3 minutes into the loop. So if this was Groundhog Day, the film is like Bill Murray was dying at breakfast. So once you actually manage to survive the cop, the loop still continues. From playtesting, I thought the game would last about 8 hours, but so far we're rounding up to 15 to 18 hours. So it
15 to 20 hours
until you reach what I would call a satisfactory ending.
Man, 18. You're getting on that 20-hour mark, and I wouldn't even believe in my head that it was gonna be that long of an experience. That's really great. This is a single player experience, right? This is no multiplayer or nothing like that. It's completely single player.
Yeah. It's
right?
Single.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, so single player experience. What about replayability? Once, let's say you solve the loop, what is there to do afterwards? What do we have to look forward to?
I think once you play through, you're gonna have your own experience. I think a lot of it will be talking with your friends and other players about
first game in your shopping list, the best game,
how they dealt with the situation,
Batman Panda
they went through. But yeah, this is my goal with this was to make something that's very clean, no fat, and very really respecting the player's time. So you play once, you enjoy this, and then you're done. It's not like those games you keep playing over and over.
You know, I respect that so much. Just looking at it, it seems like you're just thrown automatically into the action of it.
But it has
no,
to be,
like, overall
my
huge arcing story that
like, there ain't no way
that's your first game. I really, really expect that, and I'm gonna say
in your wish list,
because
in your shopping cart.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You were working on this alone,
and that's the best game, nah, bro. You don't know gaming then. You don't know gaming.
Yeah, I was developing this alone for like 2-3 years, and then I partnered with Annapurna Interactive, and that's when we kind of managed to bring the voice cast in and really take this to an all new level.
Wow.
Game of the year?
The lighting, the atmosphere, you really hit on that thriller. It seems like it starts off all peaceful and then things get chaotic and out of nowhere. All the rooms in the apartment. Well, first of all, all the rooms in the apartment itself, I'm just thinking you start on an elevator, or maybe you like come into a hallway.
Don't even.
Are the rooms
and the fact that you just seen Stalkers too
is only your apartment, and if it's in your apartment, can you go into every
not
room
even gameplay, not even a trailer, just
so
the renders.
Game, what you see the moment the game starts will be
some
what
of the weapons and some of the
nothing else will change apart from your knowledge of everything that's happening in there. You can go to all rooms, you can interact with everything, and if you've played before and you start,
they going wild with these bots down here, bro. They're going wild with these bots.
And I would say
like
also,
somebody need to tell that bot to get off the damn henny.
The reason why it's so small and so tiny.
Imagine Witcher 4 and that guy still saying that this game's gonna be game of the year. Actually, I don't know if I can imagine Witcher 4 right now. CD Projekt Red.
Lost about doing a bunch of things in sequence in order to
I'm just saying
what was going to happen, but by compressing the experience to this level, right? If I lock the door, I know that maybe the cop won't be able to get in, or maybe he'll do something else. And in a minute, you're back at the start, and you can very quickly see the outcome of your actions. And makes it pretty intense.
See, I can understand someone saying I'm really interested in getting this game. I can understand.
Into the game,
when you start hollering about
like that
game of the year,
of not giving us too big of a loop, so we can just really hone in, because a lot of games, especially RPGs, give you so much information in the beginning, reading all this stuff, and you tend to forget the core product of the game itself. So having us in that loop is a very, very good idea.
I don't know what controller that was in the back. I've seen this controller.
You know, I'm not asking for details. You know, I just want to know. You know, you could solve a loop.
You back pro on a rocket launch
to solve it
onto the last boss room.
When I started to work on this game, right, that question kept coming up.
Yo, someone dude.
I kept asking myself, how do you end the story that keeps repeating itself? So the answer is there is what you can call a conclusion, but it doesn't match what you'd expect out of a linear experience, right? When you see a movie, you get to the end, you get the credits, but this is interactive and you can participate. So what we call an ending is slightly different from what usually movies do. So you will reach a satisfactory conclusion, I think. What that is, or how that is,
nothing at all with a super chat donation. Y'all know what to do. Get the man hashtag straight up in chat right now. It won't show up up over here because I got it
see often in video games. Were there any
alerted off
that led
because it was
to
incredibly loud
creating this game? You
but
said
bro, what was
2 or
up
3
with
years ago you started
Cletus,
it. Any kind of inspiration behind it that could lead into maybe
I don't know
more
what was
titles
wrong
like
with that dude, but again, appreciate the donation.
So
My
on,
God, 100%.
There were some pillars that I wanted to work on.
I don't know.
So
I don't know
games
what
for
was going on with
Rockstar,
him.
Ubisoft.
I got the donation alert off.
And this idea of repeating the same amount of time over and over, which games do naturally. You know, what if that repetition
I got
was
donation alert
something
off.
we're aware of, right?
Do we just not care now,
Stream Labs? And you're doing the same thing, but no one acknowledges what's happening. So along with this, I wanted also to kind of take things from the movie industry.
Spoiler
like
alert, sorry, all y'all's damn eardrums just got blasted if you're wearing a headset.
You spend the whole movie sitting in the balcony and
take it up with Streamlabs. I literally
like
have
in Memento,
the
where
donation
change the order of the scene so that the player feels what the character is going
cut
to
off right now.
and as I started to learn to program and make the game, I realized that we do have these tools as a game designers, and we can bring
them in. Now that I know somebody doing this, I just gotta
environment, how much information we
it back down,
how the world reacts to you. So
that's great.
Slowly, each element I would bring in, I would see, is this element in the same language?
Yeah, it was incredible. I don't know what
convey. If yes, it goes in. If not, I would take it out.
You just see Racer Cannon,
so slowly
right?
Start to grow into
like
12 minutes.
You think nothing at all for that one?
That's really cool. You really don't.
Pretty much did say, "Are you sure about that?" Because
side of development,
I literally
right?
have it off. You didn't see it popping up at all.
This looks beautiful and this and the other.
You didn't see it,
but it seems
I have it
like
off. When it doesn't pop up up here, I have it turned off.
A movie direction or
Streamlabs, nope,
or cinematic background.
I don't think so.
And be able to lay out a game, and you were just doing art side of stuff. I'm pretty sure you took a lot of those tools that you got from all those other developers and brought it into making your own. Do you see yourself making more titles with more cinematic approach? Because I think this is a wonderful avenue.
Are we really gonna get 12 minutes on this game
and not really give us the?
Are we really gonna get 12 minutes on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it I think it's cinematic, but I would call it. I think it's like the history of games.
Are we seriously gonna get 12 minutes?
You have levels, you have objectives, you have coins and goals. I'm like, what if we bring some aspects of it, but not others? And
bro, we literally got like 5 minutes on. We literally got like 5 minutes on Stalker 2.
And bring a lot of cues, from films about the way the actors move, the way they talk to each other, the tempo, and everything makes sense. And I would like to keep doing that.
Well, seeing as we got him going on right here,
if the next titles would be similar,
I'm gonna show y'all something. Sneak peek.
I don't know, but I think this idea of really paying attention to the elements we bring in, like, for example, the top down. The main reason for being top down is so that you can easily navigate in the environment, right? If you bring first person, suddenly 80% of the people cannot play the game because they don't know how to control the character. But I realized, look, if you just click where you go, and then when you go into an object like the fridge, it goes into first person and out, you keep having all the verbs you would have in other video games, but the simplicity is there. So someone who doesn't play video games can just jump in, as long as you know how to click where you want to go to, it just works.
Don't let anybody else know.
Compromise in the design complexity.
I could pick your brain all day. You just seem to have an answer for everything. I love it.
Facts.
Wow, that is just amazing. So the funny thing is, I love how you chose. I was thinking about the accessibility and what you were saying, because I was
is it really going to be 12 minutes, bro?
Us video gamers going to be a lot of people.
Real talk.
Like, why point and click, where we can experience this a little bit more in depth, but I also love the fact that you went point and click for the simple fact of you get to see the environment that you're in, and it kind of builds a kind of tenseness to it as well. Like when you hit your first
exclusive new game trailers coming up. Please,
what do you do? Where do you go? And being in first person, you kind of panic and you lose a lot of that atmosphere effect. Being able to go into rooms, lock doors, and pick apart certain mental puzzles, I should say, to fix it. Now, I really want to know about, before we let you go today, I really want to know about the characters, because they're the most important key components of this game right now, especially the main character that you play. Does his attitude change through the
Xbox want their money worth?
Have like a more of a monotone feel?
I like to say, I don't know how many people are playing this game like that.
Oh my God,
I know it's going to be a lot,
but the choices that you make,
bro,
conversation-wise, get a little bit
12 minutes on this game and 5 minutes on Stalker 2.
Yeah, so that's a really good question.
That's
so early on,
definitely going to be a bigger game than this.
How am I going to convey the progress of
now,
the character?
I'm pretty sure they're probably going to show more.
I cannot change his clothes. I cannot change.
Probably around when everyone does their E3 stuff this summer.
So the idea
I think they'll probably show more then, because I said they have gameplay of later on.
He will do this training with you. We try to read the frustrations you're going through, and he will react to those frustrations, and everything that you make him do, he's going to be aware. So, for example, when you go talk with the wife, everything you know is what you will. Every loop you do, everything you do, he will know it and be able to talk and execute on in the next loop.
Is there voice acting? Yeah, there's supposed to be voice acting in this game, stuff like that.
The more comfortable he will be making them. So he evolves next to you, and you'll see that evolution. The way he talks with the wife, like the first time, maybe he's very excited.
Yeah, no long interviews in the break. He's trying to get his screen time.
What's your day? No. So you see that evolution.
You put that realism in it.
He's trying to get his screen time.
Yeah. And Something else we realize is by being top down, you don't see the faces, and by not seeing the faces, first we don't go into this technical challenge of rendering faces, but suddenly the body movement and the voice acting, they elevate the experience because you're kind of projecting what they're saying to each other because you don't see exactly what the faces are doing, and it really helps keep this intensity.
I love it. The animation is going to be a key part. If everyone in chat wants more 12 minutes, I could talk to him all day. But unfortunately, I'm going to take up the whole show, and we're not supposed to do that. So anyway.
Yeah, you know you're not supposed to. You're not getting invited back.
Here. But before you go, my friend, please tell them where they can find you, the game, and every information possible to be able to experience 12 minutes.
They hit him. That's when he looked down. They hit him with that. What the F are you doing?
Website. There's a development blog.
It's been like 30 minutes.
Like 5 years now.
What are you doing?
If you feel like you can see the whole progress of the game.
We said 5 minutes.
That's what I'm going to announce.
And you gave him literally 30.
And I'm always posting stuff. You can follow the game on Twitter at 12 Minutes Game, or follow me at Faca Elétrica also on Twitter. But just type 12 Minutes Game on Google and you get all these links.
Boom. 12 minutes. Thank you so very much for joining us. And
like, just don't, you don't have to fire. Just don't let him come back and ask no questions no more.
Send it back to story mode.
Or cut him off immediately.
Thank you for your time.
Or have somebody else there.
Take my money.
Thank you, Technique and
Take
Lewis.
your money.
I don't know
she seen murder and she was like, "Take my money."
It's been on my radar for a while now. I want to say it was maybe a couple E3s ago where maybe they first kind of showed us a look at it. But having that really like top-down, very personal and intimate viewpoint on it, plus the intensity of the emotions of what's going on in the loop. I just think it's a super cool
Come on, man.
Has this been on your radar too?
Yes, and it looks amazing. This is exactly the type of game that I have been waiting for.
Because it's about murder.
I definitely love to see so much hype coming in from the chat, especially because the concept of the game is so brand new and different. Normally, I feel like people would be a little bit apprehensive, like a top-down view the entire game. I don't know. But there was so much hype, and I understand completely. Like I said, take my money, take my credit card right now. Like, I am buying it day one, no questions asked.
Oh yeah, a lot of people in chat saying buying day one. I saw that Silky C said, I want to play this game so bad. It looks so good, and the concept is so fascinating. Amias94 said, concept sounds amazing. Well done, guys. And Stud93 said, the art design is so beautiful and clean. So a lot to love with 12 minutes. But we have so many other things still to cover. Next up, we have another exciting game from Annapurna Interactive to announce. Last Stop. But rather than show you a quick trailer, the team at Annapurna Interactive were nice enough to send along an exclusive gameplay demo. So after that, we will then meet the creators of the game, Astra Ascending. So right now, let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to Last Stop, a new game
Last
from Baldur's
Stop.
State and Annapurna Interactive. Last Stop is a story-driven adventure game where you navigate through 3 entangled stories that intertwine into one wild sci-fi adventure full of mystery, wonder, and danger. Today we're going to show you how this game works by playing a quick sequence from one of these stories. In this tale, 2 neighbours, John and Jack, have accidentally bodies in a freak accident. They must now help each other blend in as they try and find a way to get back to their own bodies and way of life. Let's take a look at how you could play this out.
So where do you work? Superfab. It's not far from your office, actually.
Oh, it's one of those games. All right.
To do this? Yeah.
Yeah, it is all about the indie games on this one.
Rockstars.
Dad, can you put me in one of Jack's video games?
I struggle enough with the oven timer. I don't think this is going to work. Don't sweat it. I'll walk you through it. Think of me as a master puppeteer, and you might.
Yeah, I did like that 2D, 3D video game. I can't remember what it was called, but I did like that.
Be taken to school at some point.
Yeah. Now,
I
just need to find my desk.
It was pretty fire. Like that was something that.
Sneak past Sonia, the receptionist. Avoid any awkward
Cancel
questions.
it. Cancel it. He had a what looked like Gundam model kit over here dabbing. Cancel
that dippy on the phone.
Burn it.
You're mean.
Burn it. Bury it. Never ever talk about it again. Burn it and bury it. No. sneak past. How you gonna sneak past? She can see you. You ain't got nothing in front of you. If I ever had a secretary, bruh, and she gonna sit like that, and ain't nothing right there, she ain't see nothing at all, she can't see this fool, firing her immediately. Firing her immediately. No ifs, ands. You can see this fool over here. No. 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 Next.
Hello, stranger.
Next.
You look well rested.
Bro. Hell
Spent
no.
the whole weekend. Anyway, I should probably
Hell
just get
no.
going.
Someone's in a hurry.
Get in there, Jack, my son. Good morning.
Did he just kick him in the ass cheeks?
Who the hell was that?
What? Jack, you sure you're not still feeling ill?
He's my boss?
Yeah.
So, what do I do when I get there?
Did I just see sexual harassment at the work office?
Coordinate with your team on their tasks for the week.
Dad's no good with stuff like that.
Molly's right. I don't think anyone would follow me into
I don't
that,
know.
so-
It sounded like he said
Trust me.
he got
Jim's working
both
on
cheeks
modelling
on
the
that
last
one, bro.
cream cakes.
It sounded like he got
Shop.
both cheeks.
Letitia's putting the finishing touches to the AI for the retirement home scene with the shell shock veteran. And Tobias is writing up the design for the interactive funeral procession.
I'm so
Maya is
confused on
midway
that
through
one.
implementing Rumble support.
Was that really supposed to be like
Shell
that?
shock, Tobias funerals, Maya Rumble.
Because I'm for sure those two clicks you heard was both his butt cheeks.
Hello.
And that's not good.
Good weekends, everyone?
That's not good.
Go up to anything interesting? No. Okay, let's see. So I'm supposed to go around everyone and check what you're all working on. So, Jonah. You are modelling cream cakes, aren't you? I'll take the silence as an agreement. Okay, Letitia. You're doing something with AI? No, IA. For retirement homes. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, Tobias. Are you rumbling? Actually, I'm not sure that's right.
Bruh.
And finally, Maya. Are you doing the IA?
Did you shaft those global players?
One of them. Sorry, I'm not sure that's quite right.
That's the new interns just scared, don't know what to do. He's just doing what all the others saying. They just come in walking up, bam, on both cheeks. Did you shaft those global players? Not even looking at them, just kept on walking? Bro.
Some words of encouragement.
No.
I'm sorry.
Bro, this game got more time than Stalkers did.
None of this comes naturally to me.
I don't even know what to say.
Bright people.
I really
You
don't.
don't need to listen to an old fart like me.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry that I can't give you anything more inspiring.
It's
Maybe
really
I'll just
got
leave
more.
you with the
If
advice that my
they
dad gave to me
gave
on
me
my
this
18th
much
birthday.
time, and they set somebody down
Keep your head down. Don't take
to
unnecessary
talk about this
risks.
game too,
Stay out of debt.
I might have to call it.
Cheers.
Honestly.
And that's just a quick look at Last Stop.
It's not a quick look.
Be sure to check out more updates soon as the game rises to console and PC this year. Thanks for stopping by.
Bro.
Demigods, ascend!
Didn't we just see this earlier? Oh no, not please don't meet the creators again.
野島和重と申します。ですね、普段は日本の大手の、メーカーさんの割と対策みたいな。
Usually I work with Japanese game developers. You find scenarios for the role-playing games. Okay, so Xbox getting some Japanese composers, some Japanese developers. That's great. But you just showed this game off earlier, bro.
代表作は多分一番有名なのは、スクエア社の、ファイナルファンタジー。
Pandas Crimes.
スクリアセンディングの中では私は
Oh my god, man.
とあとプロットストーリー と、まあ、細々としたセリフまで。
Oh my gosh。
まあ、ミュージックディレクターだと思います。はい。あ、もちろん、作曲もしています。はい。
まあ、ストーリー上っていうか、設定上、この星に住んでる人たちは、
I mean, use Head and Shoulders,
調和の実っ
bro.
ていうのを食べてて、まあ、ある意味、
He straight up
本
used
能
Head
的
and
な部分を
Shoulders.
抑えちゃってるんですよね。鳥はあんまり高く飛べなくなっちゃったし、
He'd be in the office. He that type of boss to be in the office, to be talking to. He'd be like, pow, pow, pow. Every time you turn around, he's just swinging his hair left and right.
ですけども、
That's what's happening.
テーマ
I know it.
的にはそのあたりですかね。
I know it.
我々にとっての調和の実っていうのは何だろうみたいな。
お話はそうですね。
Yeah.
かなり。
Like I'm actually glad that they got some Japanese developers. We need some more JRPGs and stuff. But definitely not more 2D. I would like to see some more 3D type stuff for real.
その結果どういうことが起こっていくのかとか、まあ、そうですね。まあそういうことを結構突きつけられる感じのゲームだと思います。
まあ主人公たちはデミゴットっていう、
demigods,
守るための
guardians of harmony.
戦隊みたいな感じなんですよ
How y'all doing, chat? Y'all doing alright?
国民の中からまあ割とランダムに選ばれて3年間の任期を務め上げる。
ディレクターのジュリアンさんと言われていたんですけど、とにかくそういうその人間が嫌いになるような感じではしないでほしい。人間のその
At this point, it's already 3:10. I've been on here for 3 hours and 26 minutes. I've seen a total of probably 20 games that I like so far. Out of I don't know how many we've seen. Honestly, I know it has to be up there that we've seen. 'Cause I don't think there should be a lot left.
特に義務なんていう仕事として、平和を守る。
I don't think there should be a lot left.
その葛藤とか喜びとかを
Which is good, but at the same time, it's like y'all better show some good stuff we ain't seen. Is this shit skipping?
モチーフとかをゲームの中のその音の機能としても使ってるんですね。
Bro, this man got like 4 monitors right there.
だんだん音楽から遠くなっていっちゃうんですよ。なので、まあそういうことがないように、ちゃんと音楽としてもうまく機能するし。
Bro, if this game gets that treatment
あとはそういう
6, 7, 8 things, I swear.
目指してやりましたので、まあそこはうまくいくといいですね。僕自身はその、
You need research to be worked on
まあ、やっぱりゲームが大好きで
16.
この業界に入ってきてるので、ゲームに対してそのこうあってほしいみたいな。
Bro.
昔自分がその遊んでて楽しかったゲームに対してのなんか思い出とか、あとはその思い出補正入りだと思うんですけど、そういうものがもっともっとこう
This show is like
もっと素晴らしくこう表現されていていいなっていうか、その世界に入れるといいな。
I might have to give it a 6 out of 10 so far. Maybe if, and I might be being modest. For real.
なのでこのゲームはそういった意味で
Only because we got a couple memes out of it.
聞いてるといいんですけどね。まあその辺はユーザーさんの反応を見て、まあ、評価が出されるんじゃないでしょうか。
Oh, glad you're off today?
始まっている。
I'm doing great.
まあ
Technically not. I
私
got
の
2
仕事とは
streams to
直
do.
接関係ないんですけど、絵が綺麗ですよね。
This one's gonna be the longer of the streams.
キャラクターのアニメーションとかは
For sure.
まあ私なんかこうなんと
Plus
な
it's
くアー
Freeze
トを
Friday
感じるん
too,
ですけ
so
ど
you
ね。
know.
そこはなん
It's
か
gonna be busy on
自
Freeze
分にとっては
Friday.
新鮮なんで、皆さんも楽しんでいただけるんじゃないかなと思っています。
For modern copy the kids next door set up.
何が起こってるの？まさか死んじゃったなんてことはないよね。
I'm telling you. Xbox Game Pass. Oh, that's right. They already showed it was in Xbox Game Pass.
Oh man, how
No.
awkward
All right,
was that
final
poor
trailers.
meeting in the last
Please
stop
do not
trailer?
go
Like,
into another break.
I felt it in my soul, Brianna.
Please do not
How
go into
awkward it
another
was for
break.
that
Final
guy.
trailers.
What'd you
Once they
think?
do these trailers, I'm
I
good.
mean, you know what? I really appreciated that for Last Stop. They gave us a demo. I feel like so often with gameplay trailers, you don't really know what's going on, or sometimes the trailer doesn't really reflect how the actual gameplay is. So big shout out to them.
She had
I am
murder in
very
her eyes, I
excited
can
for
tell.
it, but I'm also very excited for this next section coming up. Now, we've learned so much today about unique indie titles that are
We need a
coming to
30-minute
Xbox
break.
soon.
Nah,
But
bro.
we know what you guys are wondering at home, myself included. What games are coming to Game Pass? Well, I think we have the answer for you. Let's take a look.
So these are all Game Pass games, and then wasn't that the super hot game? It was kind of popular like a while back. Haven?
Stop dancing and get to it.
Oh my god, he's Fortnite flossing. Yeah, that's that Wild at Heart one. Oh, it does have mobile right up there as well too. If they come out on mobile. What is? Oh yeah, that was that one that we seen. That one looked kind of cool. Yeah, Nobody Saves the World. That one looked pretty good. Moon Glow Bay. That's what that one was called. The Ascent looks good. That Rally one's like, Craftopia, Dungeon, Sable, Way of the Woods. I don't think they showed that one. Stalkers 2. Backbone, you're a raccoon. Edge of Eternity. Oh, that's definitely a JRPG looking thing. Okay. Hello Neighbor 2. Oh, is that it? Is that what they gonna show it? They gonna show it? Wait. Bruh. I swear. That's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah, that is on Game Pass now. Monster Train. Some of the oh no, alright, hold up. I forgot. I'm gonna have to turn that down. I'm about to turn that down. Kyle with a super chat donation. Y'all know what to do. Give the man a hashtag straight up in chat right now. Thanks for the good time, y'all. Hey, appreciate my guy. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with your boy. Even though I got that off, I'm gonna make sure because that's still gonna be loud. I just don't know when it's gonna pop through, and I don't want to do it now.
Coming to Game Pass, which is super exciting. Game Pass is so dope. Harrison Ave, I see you there in chat. But yeah, so
I didn't hear it yet.
A lot of great games today. We've seen a lot of teases, and of course, the super.
I ain't heard it yet. I'm scared.
Hyped about what is coming to Game Pass, but I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who's joined on the show today. We had Chris Charla from ID at Xbox earlier, Victoria Tran from Inner Sloth for Among
Nothing?
Us. Gwen
We good?
and Trina were here to talk about from Chicon Club.
It's not gonna do it?
Soup Pot. Lewis
Oh nope, there it is.
recently to talk about 12 minutes. Graham and Ian talking about Nobody Saves the World, which was awesome.
There we go. There we go. It was just late.
Zach and Lou were from Bunny Hug, and they were here talking about
All right.
Moonglow Bay. Mark and David
So
were
this
here
is the
from
thanks for
Acid Nerd
watching.
talking about Death's Door.
This is the
And
end of it,
course,
I
a huge
guess.
Thank you to all of our streamer friends and guests.
Yeah, it looks like this is finally
Stallion 83,
the end of it,
Danatage,
and that was like
Technique,
everything
and
coming to
Blind
Game
Gamer
Pass.
Steve. You guys were all awesome, and
Okay.
Brianna and I literally couldn't have done the show.
The only thing I'm waiting for just right now is if they're going to be like, oh, and there's one more last trailer or something like that, because you know they like to do that towards the end.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're at the end of our show. This was so amazing to be a part of and co-host with you. I do want to take a minute to shout out to production for holding it down behind the scenes. I know it is not easy putting these shows together
on Game Pass.
Everyone in their right
through that one or
places
just
where
in
they
general?
need to be.
Because
So
they had
thank you.
100.
We do appreciate you. Now, if
And
anyone's
I'm very
looking for
upset
me on the
that it wasn't
internet,
100.
my name is Story Mode Bay. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok if you're into that sort of thing. Come by and say hi. I promise I don't bite at all. Now,
Bullcrap.
Trisha, where can everyone find you?
Bullcrap.
If people want to find me on socials, on Twitter, Instagram, etc., it's that girl Trish with no I in the girl, so just that GRL Trish. Or right here on Twitch, you can find me at Trisha Hirschberger. Just my name. It's like right there. Yeah, right there. But this has been so much fun. If you are an indie games fan, I do an indie games showcase on my channel every Tuesday. But you can expect to see lots of AAAs and stuff on my channel.
Now
as
she
well.
gonna
But
murder
we have a real good time.
everyone
Stop on
after
by
the
and say hi to
show.
the Dragon Rider for me. And thank you to everybody who's been
Probably
here
is.
in
I'm
chat,
just waiting
who's
at the
been
end just to see if there's
commenting.
gonna be
We
something
see
to pop up.
Thank you
Not
for participating in the
then
show.
I'm
And also
cool.
shout out to anyone co-streaming this event today.
Yes.
I know all the things here on Twitch Gaming are co-streamable. So to all my co-streamers out there, what's up and thank you. So again, just thanks to everyone who was part of the showcase today. I hope you found a new indie game to fall in love with.
Okay.
And we'll see you soon with more great content here on Twitch Gaming. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, this is just them going over everything again. Oh, no, wait, 12. Yeah. It's just them going over all this again, which is good. All right. That's pretty much the end of this one. Thank you guys for coming out, hanging out with your boy for literally almost 4 hours on this one. I will be live again tonight for Dokkan Battle side, so I'm definitely gonna have to get some sleep going on here. But again, appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you guys for coming out, hitting the like button, and also the donations as well. Appreciate you guys. And if we got some new subscribers on this one, appreciate you guys coming through and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for all this one. You looking at the time, Luke? Oh, okay. That's pretty much it for all this one. Have an awesome day / night wherever you guys at in the world. Stay safe out there. God bless, and I'm out. Peace.